All right, we are live. Get some research, y'all, on narcissism.
Oh, fuck.
What happened? All right.
Hold on, give me a second. I done made a whole mess.
That's nothing new.
That is new.
All right. What's up, everybody? What's up?
What up, world? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
With Teezy, Venus versus Mars. My co-host Webb is in the building, of course. Then we got our guest, our weekly guest. They about to be some hosts too in a second. We got LeRae up in here in the building. What's up, LeRae? We got Nate in the building. What's up, Nate? Pretty gang Nate. Y'all know I gotta play some music. I like this song. I was trying to find something quick, but we just gonna do this tonight. So I hope y'all ready for tonight's topic. Always get caught up in love, but just so always get caught up in love, but I am done with that. I gotta hold it down for my females today. I'm the only girl up here so far. Nice song. Some of y'all ain't never had no. I keep it 100 from my head down to my toes. Sorry, guys. I know y'all don't care too much for music for this song. Anyways, probably.
Who sing that?
Janae.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Quiet.
Back up on the scene. Don't know how to do it. All right. Oh, we got another guest.
That's my joint right here.
So I'm back. Yeah. See you with you. All right, y'all. We about to get started. What's up, world? What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in tonight. How you guys liking the new flyer that's seen it so far? I like it. I think it's cool. Okay, let me add on. Hold on. We're gonna add somebody else on before we start. I hear some background feed already. Hey, Tiffany.
Hello.
Tiff, what up?
I feel like my thing is echoing.
Y'all can see me?
Yes, we can see you fine.
Mine is.
All right. Tonight's show. All right. Tonight's show. Is that only me or do you guys hear echoing in the background?
Yeah, it's definitely an echo.
It's delayed.
It's like a
I'm
delay.
talking.
I hear a little echo in the background.
It's delayed.
It's like a
Like
delay.
I'm talking. Change don't come. Let me see something. Hold on. Cause I'm just a little. Hold on.
You sound like you got a hype man.
Right?
You got a hype man.
Yeah, I don't know how to laugh because the shit got echo. Let me see if it's gonna connect. How do I sound now? That sounds worse. I might have to exit myself out real quick. I don't know why it sound like that. Hi, Natalie. Let me exit myself out. You guys, I will come right back on. I will come right back on.
What up, Web?
What up, what up,
What
what
up?
up, what up?
What up, Ray?
I guess I'm
What
running
up,
this.
bro?
I guess
What
I'm
up,
running this.
Two times.
Hello.
Hey, Tiff.
So everybody echoing?
This thing is
So
static.
Yeah, you
everybody
see
echoing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see this?
That sounds crazy.
I hear now.
It sound like the post. It sound like the content.
The what?
So it ain't Teezy.
It sounds clear now to me.
She cleared her. Hers don't echo.
Yeah, everybody else echoing.
I might have to end this one. I might have to end this one and do it over.
All right, everybody leave and come right back.
What you gotta do?
Yeah, everybody jump off. Sorry, viewers. Jump off. Sorry, viewers. Difficulty. We all about to jump off.
That's okay.
Oh gosh. Hold up. Hold on, you guys. We having technical difficulties, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Give me a second. So y'all don't have to leave, but we're going to. Check one, check. Check one, check. Can you guys hear me? Let me know, viewers, if you can hear me. Before I start adding on my guests. Can you guys hear me? That's watching in the views. I don't know if they can hear me. All right, try it again.
Okay,
Lorraine,
you hear me?
I can hear Nate talk.
You.
I don't like this. I don't know why it's doing that.
Can you hear me?
Nate, talk.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
It just sounds like it's delayed. Like, why is it doing that? Like, I swear, like, great, man.
Small problems to a giant.
I was frozen. Talk, Nate.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Microphone checker. 1, 2 checker.
You.
This don't make no sense. It still sounds like you.
Last week it was me staticking.
You sound good now.
I know I'm prepared this time.
See, nah. That is. I don't like echoing in the background.
Echoes. Oh, I thought it was gonna be no echo.
I'm not going to do this every week. Like, I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Right. Web talk. Let me hear it.
Oh.
Hello out there.
Oh.
Hello out there.
You sound fine. It's me.
No, I'm echoing. What you mean? What you mean?
Now I hear it. I don't appreciate this. All right, Teezy got to figure out something real quick.
How many?
No, do it like this. Okay.
Facebook
No. Hold on. No. No. All right. Web, hit mute, Web. All right. Tiff, hit mute.
Her button not muted.
She freeze?
No, I don't know if she frozen. She might be. It's still echoing.
Yeah, Tiffany, hit mute.
Hit mute. Okay.
Natalie laughing at us. Yo, this is not funny. This hate technology.
Yeah, okay. See, it's her. I don't know what she got on. It might be her headphones or the computer feedback. I don't know if she's on because it ain't muting now. It's what she listening to it to. Because she might have I don't know if her headphones is doing it. It might be her computer. I don't know. But like Web, unmute Web.
I'm unmuted now.
So did that help?
Yeah. What are you are you on the show through your phone or the computer? Hello?
She exit off.
Yeah, whatever she's on is echoing. She
It's
got it's like she
echoing.
had on two devices.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I sound fine now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I sound fine?
Yep.
Yes.
No, he called it. It was however she listened to it.
I was
He
about
was-
to just start a whole nother like stream. I was about to say, forget this. I don't got time. Like, there's people watching. This is crazy. Sorry to my viewers. Sorry. All right, let's get into the show. Let's get into the topic tonight. Tiffany gonna have to let me inbox her. But why I'm doing that, Web, you want to tell them what the topic for tonight is?
The topic for tonight is narcissist. Narcissism.
Narcissist or narcissism?
I mean, narcissism, but narcissist is one of the words that play into that. It's
So
a
we
word
talk-
that's associated with it.
So we talking about like a person then, not the whole realm of it.
Well, we
Yeah,
might
the realm of it. The realm of
talk about. We might start there, right? Because I
We're gonna talk about the realm of it, the people who engage in it, how it is dealing with them, like what experiences with narcissism, I guess. That's the topic.
Yo, real
Experience
talk,
with narcissism.
until as long as I've been in the human service field, it wasn't until this morning that I learned that narcissism is like a psychological disorder.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I didn't know that either, so I started doing some research. Like,
Mhm.
okay, I did not know that it was a disorder.
Y'all don't watch Ricky Lake and Dr. Phil?
Dang, I used to watch Ricky Lake growing up.
Dr. Phil have all the narcissists doing it.
Yeah, he do. Yes, he do.
Okay, let's start. I'm sorry. I'm like texting. Okay, so all right, I got some stuff. So let's start with narcissism. That's what we're gonna start with. So to define it, I'm gonna ask y'all before I get the definition. What do y'all think narcissism means?
Go ahead, Web.
Nate,
It's on you. It's on you. You can talk. Go ahead.
What it means, I don't know what it actually means, but I know it's a person that either thinks highly of themselves or think themselves above everything. So
Yep, you got a little thing going on. So what about you?
They need attention. Narcissists need attention, and they need it's got to be all like you're saying. They feel they're above people or better than people, and they need to be the center of attention. They need to have the focus at all time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're very self-centered people, and that can be detrimental to those around them.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was gonna say. Pretty much being self-centered, thinking that the world revolves around you, and kind of like not giving a fuck about nobody else but your perspective and what matters to you.
All of you guys are right. All right, now look at the myth in here. So let me read the definition from what I got. It means extremely self-centered with an exaggerated sense of self-importance marked by or characteristic of excessive admiration, or infatuation with oneself. Admiration. So then it's some words. What kind of words do you think are associated with narcissism?
Apathy.
Say the word.
Apathy.
What does that mean?
Basically not being able to like sympathize with someone, to be able to put yourself in somebody's shoes and feel. You know what I mean? Not be a narcissist.
For the last 4 years, and I know this ain't a political show, but in the last 4 years, we had the most narcissistic president ever. Like everything was about him. Like he'd be like, "Yeah, 500,000 people are dying, but I'm still alive and I'm doing good, and I'm here to help you guys out. We're gonna get this together and be great." Yeah, it's like
I'm doing
it's like dog.
Nah,
he ain't care.
Trump was a huge narcissist.
He
ain't care about none of that.
Pissing people in.
Yeah, like he ain't care about nobody else. So
okay, so we have narcissist, narcissistic, and we have gaslighting. Those are all words that are associated with narcissism. You guys, I know you guys heard of gaslighting before.
Yeah.
All right.
It's basically trying to convince the other person that what they know to be true isn't true.
Right. Okay, and to my viewers, let me know if y'all know what if y'all ever even dealt with someone that was dealing with narcissism, which, like Lorraine said, I didn't know that it's an actual disorder. I was like, oh wow. So it was a quote that somebody wrote that I like. It said, "Our narcissistic culture has turned us into a nation of body image junkies, using everything in our power to carve, reshape, remold, and recast our bodies' natural shapes and processes so that they are better fitted to our desires." And that was a quote by somebody named Andrew Kimbrough. That was an example. Another example of is displaying or marked by excessive concern with one's own physical appearance. She described the bind created for women by the judgment that a woman preoccupied with her looks is narcissistic and a woman who is not is unfeminine.
That is a big divide, and it's ridiculous because it's like, yo, you can't you know what I mean? Like you can't win. Women can't win with that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Placed on them. But like
women or men cannot win with that type of thing.
For real.
True. Women or men.
Always women. He always got the women.
No, because I mean that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like
I'm just saying, we're gonna keep it fair and balanced over here.
So let's get into this personality disorder because I like I said, I didn't know that. And it's kind of different. Like they had different things to actually the disorder itself versus just, narcissism in itself. So I have where it says narcissistic personality disorder. It's one of several types of a personality disorder. It is a mental condition in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for excessive attention, troubled relationships, a lack of empathy for others, but behind their masks is an extreme behind this mask of extreme confidence lies a fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest criticism. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism. It's not just a defense mechanism, but a lot of time narcissistic behaviors are a defense mechanism because, like I said, it's a very sensitive person on the inside of it all that had to do all these stuff to protect themselves from feeling a way about things, from dealing with, you know what I mean, from being victimized. You find ways to fight that kind of feeling, and you probably don't intend to. People don't intend to, but what happens is, well, for some people, I can say for everybody, what happens is that they start to be nasty people. You start to be self-centered and worry about yourself, and narcissistic behaviors come.
Right. Do you think that
Okay.
I was gonna say, do you think that everybody deals with that or have dealt with someone like that, or maybe even within themselves and may not have known it? Because I'm telling you, like, once I continue to read some of this stuff I researched, some of the stuff
a lot of people. You know a lot of people.
You know a lot of people. Yeah. But like that quote was saying, it's like the culture has become a narcissistic culture in a sense. People have become narcissistic because of what they pumped into us to focus on.
Right. Give an example.
It's like a programming.
Give an example.
Just in general, like you're saying, you start once you read it, you start to realize that it's a mental disorder, and it's a lot of people that do it that be about themselves first, and be about,
okay.
I don't know what
so
to give you, but.
So we go break it down for the viewers that's watching, right? 10 traits of narcissism.
Yo,
right?
Wait, you going too deep. I got 10 traits.
You got to let them know what we talking about. I mean, if they don't know what we talking about. Okay, I'm gonna give shyness, envy, passive aggressiveness. What's the other ones?
Short-term
sensitive, sensitive to criticism.
Constructive criticism.
Yep. And I don't know how many I'm on, but there's some other ones.
Good
But we know a
appearance.
lot of people like that. You know people that you can't tell them nothing because if you tell them it's a fight because they don't want to hear, they can't take honest criticism. So,
but who would have known that that's a part of being a narcissist? Like, it's a lot of people that's like that. That when you try to tell them something, they can't take it. Like, I don't. So okay, so let me go back to the disorder before we get to the signs and stuff. So a narcissistic personality disorder, it causes problems in many areas of that person's life, such as relationships, work, school, financial affairs. People with narcissistic personality disorder may be generally unhappy and disappointed when they're not given the special favors that they believe that they deserve. They may find their relationships unfulfilling, and others may not enjoy being around them. Treatment for narcissistic personality disorder centers around talk and therapy, such as psychotherapy. So that's a disorder within itself. Like, I see people all the time talking about narcissism, narcissists. I dealt with this. But I'm telling you, like, when you really start reading into it and looking at like what it entails and the details, it's like, yo, I don't know. Let me read some of these comments. Rondell said narcissist people can't handle folks exposing them as well as people treating them the same way that they treat others, as if everything is okay for them to say or do, but it's not for anyone else to say or do. All facts. Tiffany said people don't realize that they're dealing with narcissists until they are in too deep. They prey on the weak. What's up, Kai? Tiffany said it's very scary because not everyone comes out of relationships with people like that, and those who do and strong become mad at themselves because it's like you were in a trance. Right, I agree. So some of the symptoms, the signs and the symptoms of the narcissistic personality disorder and the severity of the symptoms vary, but people with this disorder can have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. They can have a sense of entitlement. They can require consent, excessive admiration. Let me see. They can expect to be recognized as a superior, even without achievements that warrant it. That's funny. Exaggerate achievements and talents. They are preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, or the perfect mate. Believe that they are superior and can only associate with equally special people. They monopolize conversations and belittle or look down on people they perceive as inferior. They expect special favors and unquestioning compliance with their expectations, and they take advantage of others to get what they want.
Sound like a president I know. Ex-president I know.
Honestly, it sounds like a lot of white people that I know.
I ain't want to say all that, but yeah.
No. So without just jumping straight to that, let me back up a little bit. And talk about us first. You get what I'm saying? Like black people in America, whether we realize it or not, we was like our culture and language and a lot of things that made us who we are were stripped from us when they brought us here. And then we were taught how to operate in different arenas. The only place that we had to ourselves.
Wow. You went away, Lorraine.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead.
But the only time that we had to ourselves was late at night when the master was asleep. You get what I'm saying? That's where we was able to keep some remnants of our culture alive. You get what I'm saying? But outside of that, we are a product of white supremacy. So when you see narcissism in our culture, is a learned behavior. As you was explaining the definitions and some of the symptoms of narcissism, that describes a lot of white men in our society. They feel entitled, they feel superior, they feel like you should give them OD admiration. And there's a part of is a part of learned behavior in their culture, honestly. So when we start to examine it in ourselves, initially we got to recognize that as a learned behavior, and that means to unlearn that shit too. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I ain't want to go too deep with it, but I'm listening. I've been listening this whole time, and for somebody that have an understanding of interracial relations and our development as Black people in America, and I'm listening to it. That seems like a lot of like what you're describing is a lot of what we've been fighting against for a long time. That narcissistic mentality, and unfortunately, some of us have adapted that.
I was gonna say that, yeah. I feel like I like what you said. I agree with that. I feel like people, like I feel like that's a goal of theirs. Like because they see the other cultures and stuff like that. I feel like sometimes people feel like it's a goal of theirs to be that way or to feel that way or to have these type of emotions or be ignorant, to the fact of what they're really doing. I don't even think half the people probably know that what they're doing, why they're doing it. They're just like, I gotta have the best. And it's a difference, I feel like, between wanting better in life and doing better and being on some other stuff of like, oh, once I get to this, I'm better than you, don't talk to me no more, or
Can't tell me nothing.
Right. Like, and I feel like a lot of our people, like, that's their goal, like that's the goal for them. Like, I don't know.
Because a lot of people, even before Trump became president, like he not exhibiting any new characteristics.
None at all.
He been in the public spotlight, so people already got that narcissism, and a lot of people looked up to him for those characteristics. That when you use the clinical definition, he got a psychological disorder. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people praise him for those characteristics that, in another sense, can be described as narcissism. Narcissism isn't frowned upon. Real talk. That's kind of why it surprised me that it was identified as a disorder, because I wouldn't see how white men would let that happen.
I always thought it was viewed in a negative way. Growing up and stuff. Growing up, I thought that meant something negative, and it was like something that you should want to stay away from or try to become.
Well, they treat it as evil in little kids. Like if you spot it in a little kid, like remember the movie The Good Son? They kept saying that one of the sons was narcissistic, and the other son was just normal, and that's how they view it. Like it's bad in kids because kids don't get empathy, they don't understand, or they can't show empathy for anything but themselves. So
what are the characteristics in an adult? Like, what are the characteristics that make you call Trump a narcissist?
The same ones. The same ones. But like you said though, for men, like they're not gonna allow white men aren't gonna allow us to look at that like, oh, he's a narcissist. But like I said, there's movies about it in kids, but not really, adult men. So like adult men that we look at as stars that are narcissistic. Like pick a movie and the character is most likely a narcissist, and we're like, yeah, go. Like Batman. Kanye, yep, Kanye
is labeled a narcissist.
So do y'all think Kanye is a narcissist?
I think he has narcissistic traits, but Kanye has also backed a lot of his shit up. So
and he got
people think he's crazy at first, and he's backed up a lot of his shit.
That's like one of his diagnoses.
What is that?
Narcissism. That's just one of the diagnoses.
What for Kanye?
Uh-huh.
Y'all better leave him alone. He the richest man in America.
History.
All right. So about narcissistic, When it's time to handle constructive criticism, the person could become impatient or angry when they don't receive the special treatment. They have significant interpersonal problems and easily feel slighted. They react with rage or contempt and try to belittle the other person and make themselves feel superior. I don't like stuff like that. What else? They have difficulty regulating emotions and behaviors. They experience major problems dealing with stress and adapting to change. Feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection. Have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, vulnerability, and humiliation. It's crazy though, because these things sound like just stuff that people could be going through. I'm kind of like,
because it is.
I mean, it is stuff people go through.
It's a like Lorraine was saying, it's a learned behavior, and being in American culture, you learn that behavior because that's how you're supposed to survive this culture. But we shouldn't really be having to survive things anyway, but you have to by being or adopting narcissistic traits.
To society's norms and stuff like that.
Exactly. Like,
no, I'm sorry, I don't like conforming to society's rules, but
it's kind of like a double-edged sword, you know, because there's so many things in society that put you in a space to feel insecure.
Yeah.
Like our individuality should make us feel great and unique.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But everything in this culture teaches us to feel inferior.
Yeah.
It's not done a certain way. Or it's presented a certain way.
So initially, I'm like, from coming out the womb, I'm being taught inferiority. So in order to combat that, honestly, I don't even know how I became so secure with myself. You get what I'm saying? Because growing up, there was so many different things that could have made me insecure. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You turn on the TV and it's nothing that look like you, so you feel like it might be something wrong with you. You get what I'm saying?
Subconsciously.
So the things that I have to do internally, the things I have to tell myself internally to develop some form of self-confidence and self-love, sometimes that shit just go off the deep end into narcissism. You get what I'm saying? I go from feeling like I'm the shit to I'm the shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a fine line, but it's only a response, like Webb said, to being in this culture that teach you everything adverse to the fact that you're unique and you're special.
Right. That's what I was like when I was looking. I was like, you're supposed to think highly of yourself, but I think the issue makes it narcissistic when you think that, yeah, you're supposed to be an individual. You're definitely supposed to have that confidence and all of that. But I feel like it comes into play of the narcissist when you think that you're better than everybody, when you just think that, like, I don't know. I feel like it's a thin line between this whole narcissism thing. Like, I'm like, wait, you're supposed to think highly of yourself. I'm supposed to have this confidence. I'm supposed to have this. You telling me I'm a narcissist if I think highly of myself?
Right.
It's all in how
you treat others.
Exactly.
The empathy part.
It's a thin line between, especially nowadays, a thin line between narcissism and what people like to say is self-love, what they want to call it. They're being narcissists in a sense. Some people, not everybody. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because they keep saying self-love in there, and I'm like, you're supposed to love yourself. Like, what? You know how hard that, like Lorraine said, you know how hard that is for people to get up every day and look in the mirror and love themselves? Like, that's a struggle. That's real. That's not no, like, it's people out here that you see on social media dress nice, look good, but behind closed doors, that person is very, very insecure. And it's like, it's hard for them to even look in the mirror. So it's like, once you gain that, I think is once you gain that self-love and that confidence how you're supposed to, I really think it's just all about how you go about it and how you treat others, with you having that confidence within and knowing that you are the shit. Like, I think that's what plays a part in that. See, every time I try to add Rondell on, nope, I'm not.
Did you put cheese in
Hold
mine?
up. No, I'm scared.
But I think so. That's like the broader conversation. You know, that's like the more society conversation. But I know your fans want to hear like the in between these four walls conversation. Like, how do I deal with my narcissist? You get what I'm saying? Or how do I recognize that motherfucker right here is a narcissist?
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that because I got some stats on men. I got some stats
Yeah,
on
there you go.
recognize. All right, let's before we about to jump into that already, but let me just go finish with this because there's causes, like you said, it could be from things that we were taught, our environment. So it does say that it's not a known what causes the narcissist personality, the personality disorder, but it is linked to things like your environment, mismatches in parent-child relationships with either excessive admiration or excessive criticism that is poorly attuned to the child's experience. Then you have your genetics, inherited characteristics. Then you have the neurobiology, which is the connection between the brain and the behavior and thinking. So those are some causes of someone becoming a narcissist.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Go ahead.
Is being spoiled a form of narcissism?
And you can develop narcissistic traits.
You can develop the traits from it. I mean,
I didn't read that in none of my research. What you mean when you say? Wait, give us an example of what you mean when you talk about being spoiled. Like what?
So some instances, some actions that I can describe as being spoiled is number one, being self-centered, thinking that everything revolves around you, your time, your perspective, your wants, wanting shit when you want it, and not compromising or not taking into consideration who you dealing with, shit like that.
I don't know if that's being spoiled. I mean, self-censored, that's different, but I don't think the other example, I don't think that that's somebody being spoiled.
So what could create for you?
It could create that.
Like you were saying, they think everything.
Hold on, Web. Teezy. So you tell me, what's being spoiled?
Being a brat, probably.
Being
spoiled is. Let me see how I should say this. I think there's nothing wrong with people being spoiled, but it's to an extent. I feel like
that's some guilty conscience shit. I ain't wrong with it.
It depends on how you react to being spoiled.
I'm not spoiled, but
I didn't say you were spoiled. Tell me what spoiled is.
A brat.
It depends on how you react from being spoiled.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I like what Nate just
I'm gonna throw you a rope.
Right. Don't like that.
That's your job on the show, to save everybody. Save everybody from themselves, mate.
I think spoiled is always expecting, like, it depends on the situation, but it's always like you're always expecting something, or you might get used to somebody doing something for you or whatever it is, and you expect that like all the time.
So don't that kind of sound like how you describe narcissism
Kids
starting in a child? Being spoiled, and you expect that, and you grow up to be a narcissist.
Depends on what your parents teach you though. If you got empathy for other people though, you won't.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you don't, if you just like when you see little bad kids in the candy store crying in the middle of the aisle because they want candy, that's a narcissistic trait because they're not concerned about what's going on around them. They're just concerned about them in that moment.
Yup.
They want their candy.
Teezy talk about some
They not getting it. Let me tell y'all something. That's a perfect example because last night I was in the store grocery shopping and my daughter, my youngest one, she was just over it, I guess. And she was tired of it. And she just started having this whole little behavior. Like, I'm looking at her like, do you think that that's going to make me give you the candy? Like, I said, that's just going to make me not do anything. Like, I don't know. So, but then I'll be feeling like sometimes she got me wrapped around her finger, yo. I'm getting soft over here, man. I'm getting soft.
Yeah,
I don't want to have my children learn to be narcissistic, or that's what I'm saying. Like some of these things are crazy. Like it's not crazy, but just reading and like looking up a lot of this stuff, I'm just like, wow, like it's just
People gotta
like
recognize
everyday stuff that people deal with.
So what
it's
Webb was saying, about in our society, like in our society right now, it's really like pushed to be narcissistic. It's not even like it's not. We're programmed. Think about the slogans. Think about the slogans that we use, and like I won't say every day, but the slogans that we bow down to, like me versus everybody, or fuck everybody. I'm gonna do me. Like that's all narcissistic things.
That's
Those are all
narcissistic
things.
behavior.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. It's such a thin line. Like, I mean, if you're really saying like everybody else, it's a difference. Like if you're saying like I'm focusing on what I have going on, this, that, and the third, that's different. But if you're just saying like everybody else, I don't care, I don't want to like work with nobody, I don't want to know with nobody, it's all about me, then yeah, to me that's narcissistic.
I'm about to get this money and then I'm gonna stun on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's narcissistic.
That's big stunting, and I so stressed annoying when people do that. But yeah, okay. I don't know. That's crazy. I just feel like this is such a thin line. Wow. Okay.
And being that we I mean, we in the, I hate to like be so like far reaching with it because the people they want to hear the nitty gritty shit. Like I said, they want to hear about the narcissist next to me, but
above
in the capitalism
next to him,
not literally, still. But I think we live in.
I want to hear about being in a narcissistic relationship. But anyways,
feel me? Capitalism.
You might as well get Kylo on now.
Like capitalism puts you in a space to not give a fuck about nothing else but get into the bag. No matter who you got to step on,
programming
laws you got to break. It just puts you in a space to like focus on making the most money for yourself. You get what I mean? And that shit trickle down to your family and whatever else. But like capitalism teach us to be narcissistic. So,
I was gonna say the United States is based off of competition and always competing, and they put that they like, and they put that in us from youth, like in school when you listen, and now that you older, you be like, yo, everything was like competition, putting us against each other instead of bringing us together. So I think that's a thing too. Hold on, let me read some comments, you guys, because okay.
That's some real shit, Teezy.
What would I just say?
Right there.
Mm-hmm. Had to put that out the gym real quick, like. So Tiffany said, we have to realize we are free. We don't realize we can take control. Kyla said, you can have the confidence with behaving as if you're superior. She said no, being spoiled isn't the same. For real, like, I don't know. I think it depends, like Nate said, on the situation, like, I don't know. But then if that's spoiled, it could turn into that. It can turn into that. But what's being spoiled? Like normal things that a person maybe should be doing in a situation? Like what?
Hey Web, look up the definition of spoiled.
Yeah, go look it up. Tiffany said spoiled can arise.
I feel like if you spoiled but you don't learn the lessons that come with life, then you end up being a narcissist.
You have to learn a lesson. But
if you don't learn lessons over and over again, yeah, you will become a narcissist. Like you will want everything to go your way.
Yeah.
I wasn't spoiled growing up, so
And maybe
we all know that bad kid, that parent gets them everything they want, no matter what they say, and then when they grow up, they cussing at their moms or fighting their moms because they can't have Oreos or something. That's
yo,
a narcissistic
I be
child.
feeling soft over here. Then I be not letting my run me, y'all. Oh my god, I'm coming to realization.
Like my kids get mad, but I make them do things to earn
Right,
what they getting. Like
right.
I'll make
No
my son go
facts.
into a store and be like, he want candy. He can pick out the candy, but then I'll make him like give it away. Like, okay, now give it to this person and tell him, to show that they can't really have it. Like, you got to help other people too. You can't just be self-centered. So,
Yep,
Yo, I looked
yep.
up spoiled, and spoiled narcissist is the first thing that comes up.
Damn.
yeah, it's how
Okay,
you
wait.
go
What
about
does
it.
it say?
Hold on, I'm waiting for it. It says causes of narcissism and egocentric behavior.
No, we already got that. What does it say?
Duh.
What does it say? That's what it says. It says,
Yo, you made me drop my phone, yo.
that's the first. That was the
telling you, I feel
first.
narcissistic today, y'all. I was on it because I was like, people always talking about somebody being narcissistic. We gotta talk about this.
Unhealthy narcissism. What is the discard phase of the narcissist?
Is this something that say healthy narcissism?
It says unhealthy narcissism.
Unhealthy.
So it is a
Oh, there is a healthy.
Yeah, it got to be a healthy. It got to be a healthy
see.
portion of that somewhere.
That's like self-awareness, self-empowerment, self-love. I'm the shit.
That makes sense.
Just because I'm the shit, that don't mean you not the shit.
You ain't. Because you the shit in your own right.
Have that confidence. Like,
but that's
my
the
thing
thing.
is, don't shit on people though, just because you the shit. Like, don't belittle
There you
somebody
go.
and make them. I mean, and
There you go.
sometimes you can't. You're not intentionally making somebody feel that way. Sometimes it does have to do with that person's insecurities and stuff like that. But don't just be walking around like, don't touch me. Oh no, like,
No,
what?
I see my daughter like that.
Can you be the shit with 4 other people in the room? That's all the shit. That's where it comes in at.
That's what it is.
And not be jealous, envy, and just be happy for everybody.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That might be a problem, I think, Nate.
No, real talk, Nate. I think part of like that evolution of being more secure with myself, without me even noticing, it also came with me being happy for everybody around me that's doing something. You get
that's doing good.
But that's a good thing.
Hell yeah.
But you got people that just be on some like, man, it like they said, self-centered people like crank me cringe because like what you need to be self-centered for. Web put up a post the other day saying like people always try to act like, don't get me wrong, like I always say believing in yourself is where it starts. Always having that strength from within is definitely real, but yo, we all need people. Like people be swearing like they don't need people or good people around them, and that is not true. Like you, that's self-centered that you really think like you don't need nobody in life. Like that's, I think that's misery. I feel like you're a miserable person when you think like that. I don't know. I feel like
I said, that's how we're programmed.
Absolutely. This society teach you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You get what I'm saying? That's one of them slogans you was talking about, Nate.
And that's the rhetoric you hear between everybody. Like it's not come together and let's do this together. It's you have to do it yourself. So which make you say, well, fuck everybody. I'm gonna do it myself. And then once I do it, y'all can't tell me nothing because I did it myself.
Well,
I'm a self-made man.
To the top. I just did this all by myself. You ain't coming with me to the top.
And that's why when people say they self-made, you got to sit back and be like, well, what resources did you use? And when they start breaking it down to resources, you be like, so you're not self-made. You use this and this and this, and this person helped you, and you got a loan?
Yep. I can say I started talking with Teezy, but I got people behind me. I got people on the side of me, and I hate when people I don't know. Stuff like that just, I don't like self-centered people. I'm sorry. Like, that just hurts my soul, yo. So let me read some of the comments because we got some comments. Tiffany says, spoil can arise from as a child. If you don't keep it, it's not, hold up. If you don't keep it real and teaching them that they are not better than others and treat others in a way you want to be treated. Kyla said, I still don't believe your reaction to situation because your spoiled can make you a narcissist. So Kyla doesn't believe that being spoiled can make you a narcissist. Tiffany said the type of spoiled sounds like a manipulator and then it can turn into a narcissist. Oh, you was up here on Rondell. Yeah, I'm going to try to add you again. It was acting up. Sorry. Tiffany said, I feel like there are people who realize there are consequences and those who don't, that don't have authority over their head. People make their own choices. They have to want the change.
Facts.
So there are different. Also, let's do some statistics as far as like men and women. Who's more of a narcissist?
Men.
What y'all think?
White male men, and then white women.
No. I ain't say no races. I ain't say no. Men or women?
Men. They gotta be men.
What do y'all think?
They gotta be men.
Narcissist.
Men.
It's definitely.
She just want to hear. She just want to hear this over and over again.
Definitely men.
What?
I guess men. Let's see.
Y'all ready for them to be like women? Women.
Pause. Because if we utilize and spoil you as a form of narcissism, then that's neck and neck. It's neck and neck.
I think it's more women that's narcissists, but
oh God, oh God,
tell us why. Well,
oh God.
No, we need to see. I think that women.
Let me get my drink ready today. Whew.
Oh, Kai said especially light skinned men. That's funny. I think colorism has a lot to do with it. I think light skinned people are more narcissistic than dark skinned people.
Come after white
people, huh?
Okay, so
right after white women.
I think it goes.
I'm not paying attention to you, Ray. Go ahead, Web. Before I say
I think it goes white men, black women.
Oh wow!
What you just say?
Web, I can't help you no more, Web. You on your own.
I think it was white men.
Black women.
I really wish my buzzer worked because I was.
Yeah, they say black women are the most neglected in America. So, in the world. So, I don't know if you can put that up there.
Hey yo,
so what you say about black women, Web?
For shock value, Web.
What up?
Why you think black women are number 2?
Light-skinned black women, I think, are number 2.
Oh, shit, boy.
Woo, Jesus, not
Let me go get you a shovel. I
think after that, it was like.
I'm gonna have to take my camera off real quick.
I think it's white men, light-skinned black women.
Hold on. Teezy, let's go to the comments.
Because they cussing you out.
It's the spoiledness. It's the big, like the big-headedness, the self-centeredness.
Oh man,
I think there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that going. And then you also have. I'm not saying all women do this, but you have the circles of women who are just. One of them believes in wild shit, and then the friends around them are like yes men, like how they say yes men are. They cheerleading this bullshit, and won't tell the friend like it's bullshit. It's not like men don't do this too. You got some men.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it creates it creates that self-love narcissism. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it creates that.
Damn, Web.
Yeah, that's why I think
that ain't. Listen, Web. Listen though. So no. You talk to Nate real quick. Cause
your ass, man. Listen.
Oh.
It's not like the behavior can't be unlearned. That's what we're saying. It can be unlearned.
Oh man.
Let me get closer to y'all.
They not. I don't know. Kyla was agreeing with you at first, Web. Then you said she said I knew Web was going to go. Just keep it both ways. Yo, but you heard the first thing Web said too earlier. Women.
No, but that's because the thing he was talking about. That's because the thing you was talking about women. That's why I said what I said.
Oh,
The thing
All
was
right,
was
let
talking
me
about
get my
women.
statistics because y'all men
Okay.
are more narcissistic than women.
who's second runner up?
That's what research says, anyways. But we know that ain't always 100% true.
That's what
So,
research says.
the research says that roughly 6% of the population has had narcissistic personality disorder. And research over the years have also shown that it is more prevalent in men than women. 7.7% versus 4.8%. However, y'all might get a little, however, the behaviors of male and females can differ when it comes to narcissists. For example, more men than women troll people online. Website.
That's true. That's true.
I don't be trolling
Because
you, but that's
it
funny.
makes them feel superior.
That's funny.
Yeah, shit.
I don't troll people. I tell the truth. People don't like the truth.
However, when narcissistic people want to get away from others, it differs between men and women, according to marriage and family therapists. Narcissists. Okay, I don't want to read that. Male narcissists can dominate others via manipulation or game, whereas female narcissists use their sexual charm to get what they want. What you think about that?
I feel like a woman wrote that article. Am I right?
I mean, yeah. I think the woman name that it does look like a woman name that I did reference. Yeah, her name Margulies. But so what? Don't try to use that as a reason why, Lorraine. That is not why. This is proven facts.
It's just I get a sense of a perspective. You get what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. I looked at
biased perspective
information, and it was more than one woman that wrote this, and it was men that wrote this too. So please, that excuse is
I feel like that article is kind of like this panel, like is a woman leading it.
But she's not the only person that talked about this. Everything I looked up, it was the same type of stuff. It might have been men that said it. I just shut up, Lorraine. I'm not gonna talk about it.
No, but this is why I say that, because
excuses, yo.
A man can't write about being spoiled. You get what I'm saying? Because, like, if a man is spoiled, just think of just like put that in your head, like a guy being spoiled. He probably spoil you. He probably getting spoiled because of good reasons, like he's doing something that deserves to get spoiled by his woman. You get what I'm saying? But if a woman, when you say a woman is spoiled, is a different connotation to it.
Give me okay. I get what you're saying, but give the viewers an example of what a woman being spoiled versus a man being spoiled. Give me 2 examples of that, Lorraine.
Right, like I just said, if me and my guys sitting around talking about our relationships, and one of us be like, my woman spoiled me. When he say that, I'm probably thinking like when he come home is a hot meal waiting for him. She packing the lunch for him. He gets sex
little notes
whenever he acts.
Man, they don't appreciate that type of stuff. Go ahead. But sorry, go.
That's why. Well, it ain't that way on the some don't. I would.
Sorry, yeah, I had a flashback. Go ahead.
That's not spoil you though. That's if the man doing good. That's earned credit. Like
right. But that's like that's the thought process that goes when a guy say that his girl spoil him. Now, if you saying your man spoil you, is the different? Like he buying you bags and taking you to on trips.
I don't want a bag.
But is it does society is a like just in pop culture, mainstream culture? And I'm just speaking from that perspective. That I can't speak for just in my head.
Hermes,
Birkin bags.
Right. That's for you. Feel me? So it's different. So
I
I
will
don't think
slap
a
you,
man.
nigga. We still living in an apartment. You gonna buy me a Birkin?
Nah,
Anyways, go.
but
See, that's
I don't think a man could write about being for you and have a valid perspective. I
I
think,
think
and he sound like a chauvinist if he start talking about women being for you.
no. I
okay.
mean, if
I
you,
got it.
no, I don't think that. I don't know
Okay,
how to
okay.
date,
Who's
so I can't say
okay?
that.
Listen. Is this guy narcissistic? Have you seen the video on Facebook where it was the dude's birthday and his girl was like, "Baby, I got you something," and he was like, "All right, baby, what you got me?" And she took out the a vanilla envelope and was like, "Look, I bought you a property. I bought you a rental property." And the guy was like, "A rental property? I want to watch." And I'm like, that nigga is a narcissist right there because he's
What?
expecting a watch. He got a
Narcissist.
whole rental property. Like she thinking on another level. Would you say he spoil you?
He
Yo,
just
everybody not meant for that life though,
he
Nate.
just
That's another thing too. That's a whole different topic. But everybody's definition of success and what they really want out of life, yo, it ain't
It ain't
always
the
everybody
same. It
don't
ain't the
want to
same.
be
It's
right,
levels.
right,
But I'm
right.
just saying, to me, that's a narcissistic. Like she just got you a 200 something $1,000 rental property, but you wanted a $50,000 watch, and you
but
mad because you didn't get a watch. That's
what if I buy
narcissistic.
her
You not having empathy. Like, oh, she want me to do better in life. Oh my God, she loved me. You
Right?
thinking,
She
oh,
trying to.
I'm not the man because I don't got this watch now that I was expecting to get.
I was trying to
That's
stunt, yo.
for
I was
you.
trying to act
I'm
let me
trying to
ask
like.
stun
you a
on these
question
niggas.
though, Nate. Is it narcissist if I buy her a crock pot in a cookbook instead of the Birkin that she wanted?
If you're doing it for
He's trying to
reasons for
start.
you, yeah. If you're
So
doing it to get
no,
food for
so
yourself, yeah.
the crock pot, she could be like, yeah, that's for you, but then when I hit her with the cookbook, that's for
Nah,
us.
if she like to cook and she don't have a cookbook and a crock pot,
That's
because
what
I
I
ain't
say.
gonna lie,
How the situation going? Is
it
it
depends
that
the
she can't
situation,
cook,
yeah.
or and you ain't want to tell
Now
her
if
that,
you
so you trying to find a way to get,
now if you're
or
doing
I
it
think
just for
it's
you, if you're doing
no,
it for you because she make dry chicken and fries and box macaroni and
no,
cheese
no,
every
no,
week,
no, no,
then
no,
you the
no.
narcissist on that one because you're trying to improve your
Hold
situation.
up, Nate. Pause, cause
I'm just
yeah.
this is
you gotta
hypothetical. This is
remember
hypothetical. This
we
hypothetical.
got thousands of
Hey,
viewers, so
Rich.
chill, Nate. You
I'm
don't.
saying this is hypothetical.
So this just say you could cook wonderful, but a crock pot will enhance
Yeah,
the dinners for the family.
it depends on the reason you got it.
To enhance the dinners for the family. Just like
Then
how
then you
that rental
then,
property is
then
enhance the income for the family.
you're a good guy and you want your wife or girlfriend or whatever to be able to cook in the crock pot to save time because you know that is a self-saving time machine.
It
There you go.
definitely
You're a good
is.
guy. You're a good guy.
But what if she be like, "Not why you give me this, motherfucker? I wanted a Birkin."
Then you could look at her and be like, I don't want to say the word on here, but yeah, you look at her like, I'm thinking about us. You want a Birkin bag for you. You can't stunt with the Birkin bag.
So
So
You
that's
ain't
wait, she
bringing it to
said, did you
club.
buy? Is that a birthday gift, Lorraine? Because that's a good question. Did you just get that for her randomly, or is that a birthday gift?
birthday, just like how the rental property was. The rental property can generate income for the family,
Look.
but the
I'm
crock
gonna go
pot
with
can
you because
generate
that's
food for the family.
when I think of gifts. I think of
So
gifts for the family. Like we all can enjoy this. I don't think of it like you should just enjoy this. But that's me.
let me give you my point as a woman. So now, if it was listen, if it wasn't my birthday, like that's what I said. If you got me that out the blue, or we was talking about cooking, or like, oh, babe, I don't have enough time. It's I gotta come home. I do this, I do that, and you was like, you know what? I'm listening to what she's saying. Let me go grab this cookbook. Let me go grab this crock pot. Sorry. Let me go grab this crock pot. Yo,
I
what did y'all hear me say? That's why I shouldn't be drinking. But anyways,
That's
let
on
me grab
Saturday.
this crock pot.
Too.
Let me bring this home to her spontaneously. Like, she gonna be happy as a real. She gonna be happy
yeah,
as hell. Like, oh,
through the moon.
and she might say like, oh, what you trying to say? I can't cook with the cookbook, but for me, it would be plain. But I'll be happy. But on my birthday, you gonna come to me with a crock pot, nigga? I want some. It's like.
So if you get me the rental property instead of the watch, that mean you wasn't listening?
You got a point, but I feel like you
look,
got a point.
I'm gonna take the house. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be like
smart thing.
Me,
you and that.
if you get me a 50,000 watch, I'm gonna probably sell it because I want to do something.
Okay, so
bigger.
let me get. Is this an example of a narcissist?
And then why we ain't go to the realtor? That's what I'm gonna wonder.
That's exactly.
That's
a setup for me.
If I know that it's not gonna be beneficial, and I know that I don't care if you want to stunt, but I know that that's not what's best for the situation or us. I'm not gonna get it. I don't care if you want to stunt. You better stunt with a freaking Michael Kors watch. Inside, like my thing is, yo, let me. I have a perfect example. My somebody though in the past, they was buying me some Timbs that was like $250. I was not excited. I was kind of in my head like, why
the fuck
you about to spend all this money on some Timbs? I don't. So, but the person got mad because I didn't want the Timbs, and I told them I could get something cheaper, and I like something cheaper. For me, it's like, why would you spend that much money? Like, I don't know. I think it just depends on the situation. But that person got mad. Like you said, Nate, they might get mad. The dude got mad because she didn't get the watch, but the person got me the Timbs, and I was just like, you pay how much for these boots? I was like, no, we're not doing that. Like, to me, for what? We don't need to pay no $250 on no boots that I'm not even like totally excited about. I didn't really care for. So let's take it back and get that money back, and we could get something half that price, and then have the money for something else. But that person was upset with me. I was wrong. I don't know. I feel like I be trying to look at the bigger picture of things. Like, I'm not that much, like, don't get me wrong. I love to dress. I like to look nice when I need to, this, that, third. But I'm not such a materialistic person that I'm going to sit up there and what you need to spend $250 on a pair of Timbs for? Like, I don't know. Was that narcissistic? Or was that just, I don't know. They were mad at me because I was like, don't spend that much money on no boots. I feel like
that was your mindset was in a better space where you was just like, wait a minute. I got $250 on my feet, but what's going on around me though?
College loans.
Like, yeah, what's going on around me? Like I was talking about people in Balenciagas jumping off the bus in Connecticut and Hartford. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, but that's their money and their prerogative, I guess. So
that's true. I think everybody just different when it comes to that. So back to this narcissist thing, because we got some signs of narcissistic female personalities as well as males. But let me ask y'all, have y'all ever felt like y'all dealt with someone in a relationship that was narcissistic?
Yep.
How was that?
Someone that want everything to be about them, no matter what the situation is.
It's draining mentally, psychologically, because it's a psychological disorder. Emotionally, it's draining.
I'm a Gemini, and it's funny as hell to me because I'm just gonna be like, yeah, all right, bye. I'll see you tomorrow. It's just my personality, so not gonna lie.
I think as I'm getting older, real talk is kind of interesting, like learning about it and learning how that shit play out, because it's not always the aggressive shit. Like you said, one of the definitions or descriptions was it being passive aggressive. You know, so it's not like it's not always something that's outright. Feel me? Sometimes they put you in a space to make you feel like you're doing something wrong.
Reverse psychology.
So like learning how to initially identify this shit and then engage with it is an interesting learning process.
It is. That's true. That's very true.
I like that. So
I was having a conversation with my cousin the other day, and he's kind of going through a situation with like where he's dealing with somebody that's exhibiting narcissistic traits. and I'm able to like walk them through the process of how to deal with it because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? They're the same exact things, like the same exact dealings. I've been there and had to. I didn't have like people tried to warn me against certain things before I got myself in the situations, but what I didn't have was that breakdown of exactly how this thing plays out. Like you could tell somebody all day, "Oh, don't date her or don't date him," because you'll end up like X, Y, and Z. But they'd be like, "How? Like how did that happen? How would that happen?" You know what I'm saying?
How
For
did
the
we get here?
person, everything is peachy keen, or not even peachy keen. Everything is I can't see a reason for that to become a thing. And you don't know. Sometimes people got the issues. You know what I'm saying? So they're exhibiting stuff from like generational curses, stuff they picked up as a kid, stuff they picked up from family, stuff they picked up from, well, you know what I'm saying? And you just sitting there dealing with it, dealing with it, dealing with it. But I enjoy. He even had to say, "Yo, man, thank you. Like I wish I had that kind of walkthrough, so I knew what to do." But like Lorraine was saying, it's a fun learning process when you're in the mix because it's like chess. Like they say, the game of chess is like life. So going through dealing not just with people that are narcissistic, but dealing with anybody that has some kind of disorder like that try to manipulate a situation. It's interesting having to the trial and error.
Or it's always your fault.
What do you mean? Like they make you feel like it's always your fault, but
like it could be a situation, but every time, like say if it's their fault about the situation, and they know it's their fault, but they will really try to reverse, like I said, the reverse psychology and try to really make it seem like you're the one that's at fault for their wrongdoings. That's definitely narcissistic. Like,
but like when you sit there and you think about it and you come to the realization, like, wait a minute, this motherfucker trying to play me. Like, it's the greatest feeling in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I got it now. I know what I'm about to do.
It's narcissism if we get to a point where they know they're wrong and they see the signs that they're wrong and they don't want to apologize and they try to switch it to something else. That's narcissism.
That's big time narcissism. Like, listen, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Like, I feel like as you grow and as you as an adult, like you supposed to be able to understand and know when you're wrong about things and be able to say you're sorry and be able to admit like, okay, these are my faults. But some people really just don't want to tap into their wrongdoings about them and work on it. They just it's easier for them to blame somebody else for what they have going on instead of looking at it like, yo, you know what? This is really me. That's just like a person dealing with domestic violence. The guy gonna say, see what you made me do? See what you made me do? Like, what? I made you do that? Hold on. I put you in jail or you put yourself in jail because of the things that you have done. Like,
you made me do this because I love you.
Let me tell you something. I think I've dealt with a narcissist. Like, so some risk factors. Wait, no. Let's talk about kids, and there's some complications with narcissists that they deal with are relationship difficulties, problems at work or school, depression and anxiety. I think I said some of this. Physical health problems, drug or alcohol misuse, suicidal thoughts or behavior. So I have something that talks about the main difference between women and men for when they are narcissists. So they both can be, of course, we know that. However, the motivations of male and female narcissists are different. They also manipulate situations to their advantage in different ways. So let me see. Wait, I think okay, no, that's what it said about the woman and the man. So signs. So y'all want me to talk about the female personality first or the male personality?
Go ahead, Web. Which one?
Web, who do you want me to talk about?
Web.
Go ahead. What was the male personalities and narcissistic traits?
You sure, Web? You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
You sure?
No,
okay.
You're stupid.
Damn, Lorraine just bounced on us, y'all. All right, so
I'm still here. I'm sorry.
I'm about to pull a Lorraine. Now, let's see. With men, y'all got short-term relationships. Y'all egos. Be having y'all on them really short-term relationship statuses. They look for someone who can make them satisfied with their sense of self-worth. It can be seen in infidelity, of course, in many cases. They want somebody to take care of their demands and meet their needs without mutual benefits and communications. You think that's true? I'm gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna do one from a woman too.
That sounds like the ideal male relationship. The ideal relationship.
Yeah, everybody what they needs met.
Yeah, but if you only want your y'all want to focus up here tonight. Let me tell you something. Y'all all got excuses. Let me tell you something. Yeah, we all want our needs met, but it's a difference of you only wanting your needs met and not wanting the other person's needs met as well. That's where it becomes narcissistic.
Got mine. See you later.
That's what we talked about last week. You gonna nut first without me? Get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Gotta go.
You're narcissist.
Let me get you a towel. I'll be back. I'm out.
Never come back.
Never come back.
Right. All right. So the female narcissist can be seen as super fit.
Hold up, Teezy. Hold up. Before you go to the women, can you read the men one more time, please?
I only did one so far, but short-term relationships.
Oh, okay.
You want me to read what it says again? All right.
One more time.
But that's not. I mean, that can't be narcissistic because you really don't know what you want.
Well, it becomes narcissistic when they're focused on their egos. It says, and it often leads to the short-term relationship because the men are so focused on their egos. The individuals look for someone who can make them satisfied with their sense of self-worth and not the other person's. They want somebody that will take care of their demands and meet their needs without the mutual benefits and communication. So you want that from your partner, but you don't want to give that to your partner. That's what it's basically saying.
Shit, that's like the women's movement right there. That's what white women been fighting against since all their lives.
Well, I
guess I gotta hit the gym now. Damn.
We talking about being superior, perfectionism, self-references, lack of empathy, authoritative statements, extreme. No, well, that's regular. Showy sense of self-importance, which is regular for. I think that's both. But people with this condition, with perfectionism, it says that they always have an extreme need for everything to be perfect, from jobs and families, and they feel like everybody needs to meet their expectations and happen precisely as expected. It's like an on-demand type of thing. So I don't know. When I was looking up some of the men one, although they said like men have more, as far as they deal with it more, I've seen a lot of things with women like superficial. So it say all narcissists, female narcissists are deeply insecure. In an attempt to mask their insecurities or flaws, they tend to overly be concerned with their physical appearance and social image, sometimes referred to as a somatic narcissism. The female narcissist is not genuinely interested in things like character and values unless it is used as part of her image. That's some sad shit. Never mind. Material items like clothes and cars can help validate their insecurities. I feel like, I don't know. It's so shallow.
That was women narcissists?
Yeah.
Shallowism, like she said, being real shallow.
Sorry.
You just adding bullets to Web clip right now.
Damn. I ain't reading no
Web taking notes over there like, I knew it. I knew it.
Let me talk about the overbearing parent. That's a female narcissist, the overbearing parent. Oh shit, I don't know if I should tap into that. Oh nope, I ain't doing it. I don't know if I want to
about it though.
Whoever want to hear that.
Imagine those kind of traits dealing with a child as a parent. You're a parent with those kind of traits dealing with your child.
Yeah, so let me read that. It says an overbearing or over-controlling parent may be a sign of a female narcissist. According to Berry, These females will show up at their kids' house and start rearranging furniture, rewashing the clothes, or telling them how to discipline their kids. This is because they believe that they have a superior way of doing things and view themselves as experts in all situations. Additionally, a narcissist mother or mother-in-law will be jealous of their daughter or their daughter-in-law. Jealous
You
of
take
the
off the you take off the jealousy part. That sounds like a regular damn grandmother or
Black
But
mother.
that's
me.
That sounds like a regular
like,
black mother or a
yeah.
Jewish mother.
That's what
That
I'm
sound
saying.
like
Doing
me
this
and my
research
son.
is like everything is thin line because it's like, yo, that's not narcissism.
Look, I wish my parents would come over and just start washing clothes. I would enjoy that shit. Shit.
Nah, fuck that. Don't come over my house doing shit. Mom, nah,
I don't know about
That's
rearranging furniture.
Nah, I'm good.
Damn.
That's
I mean-
crazy. Like, I don't feel.
I'm a narcissist, y'all.
You a narcissist, right?
The red light, hold up, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Put that
Nah,
couch
The
back.
struggle that I'm dealing with right now with my son, like trying to communicate with him in a way to be like, even though I know more than him, you get what I'm saying? And if he listened to me, he'd be ahead of the game.
Good luck.
I'm trying not to like say shit through that perspective. And I'm from what you're saying, that's like narcissism. Like, my shit is what it is, and I ain't washing the nigga clothes or nothing. But you know, if I could tell him where to go to school and what to do as a profession, I would.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that, this word narcissism is deep because I feel like it's more than what meets the eye. Like what people definition of that is. It's just like, I don't know. Like, how can that be narcissist? How can that be narcissism? How can you be a narcissist because you come help your kids out or something? Like,
I think
Because you're making it about you. You like,
There you go. The empathy part. Why are you doing it? It's why are you doing it?
Yeah, why are you doing it? You come to my house and you're trying to rearrange my stuff, and it don't need to be rearranged.
don't touch my shit.
Stuff the way it, you don't even look at it, but
I pay the bills here. Leave Mike alone.
What if I know like, all right, you got kids, right? As a say I'm a grandpa. Goddamn. Oh my God. Another
Hey, you better knock on some wood. Knock on some wood.
Knock on for real.
We not claiming that. We not claiming that. You just saying like
just hanging myself.
Examples.
But it's just an example. So if I'm a grandpa and I know, like, all right, you got your couches rearranged to where if I move this one over here, it'll open up the whole living room for the kids. And I come and do that shit. That's narcissism.
Yeah, because you don't live there. You don't live there. You might not want that room like that.
You're right. You
don't
that was just a hypothetical.
But you know what?
I wouldn't do it.
I'm saying, you know what happened though? If somebody was to do that, being a grandparent or something, because, you know, being a grandparent, you looking out for your son and your grandchild. But as soon as you leave, you're going to put that shit right back.
Right.
So,
right.
I don't think that's being a narcissist.
It's more like you got understanding the reason he doing it though. I mean, if he's doing it for him, like he just, I get more light over here when I sit on the couch over here.
I want to say, if he's doing it every time he want to come to your house, he know like, man, this is where I want to be. I'm about to make their house like my house. Then yeah, that might be a little bit, but I that word is, I don't know if I like this word anymore. I don't even like it anymore. I
was saying, there's healthy forms of narcissism and then there's unhealthy forms of narcissism.
Oh yeah, I meant to read about the healthy narcissistic traits.
What were the healthy ones? Because I didn't see those.
We're gonna put some flashes.
Oh, you don't know.
I think.
All right, so
like real talk. I think to be like we was talking about Trump, but I think to be the president, you have to have some level of narcissism to think like, yeah, I could run the fucking country. I can do it.
I mean,
nobody else can do it better.
I mean, but you want some empathy in there. You don't want to be like Chuck was missing the empathy part. He was when you get up there and just be like, all Mexicans are rapists. They're the worst people in the world. They're all in gangs. That you don't have no empathy because some of the Mexicans that's coming over here is running for some real shit. They running from cartels and they getting slaughtered over there. And they really need help. If you don't really see that,
he employing hella Mexicans, so come on.
got him doing all his work and not paying them. So you know what's going on, but you not gonna say that part of what's going on because you want to demonize them people. You're a narcissist.
Right. So I think it's important that we keep using that word because I think that differentiates you from like empowering yourself and having some self-esteem and being a narcissist. I think that being empathetic is what separates you. Like understanding that you the shit, but also understanding that like y'all the shit too.
I like that.
Feel me?
Yep. Each one teach one, man.
Each one teach one.
How you get this confidence, Teezy? Hold on, let me sit y'all down. Hold up. Anyways, no, seriously though, like I do agree with what Lorraine just said. Like I agree with that. I think that's what makes it like when it's just like I feel like to an extent you gotta be about yourself, definitely. But I feel like when it becomes all about yourself, I feel like when it's like everything else is just like, man, I don't care what's going on in the world. I don't care what this person going through. I don't care if this person think that they like once you just like on that level, then I feel like you're just being real shallow. And like I call it shallow because you just like, why you gotta feel that way? Why you gotta be like that? Like who hurt you that you can't heal from that? Like, I don't know. I'm not one of them people, so I do.
All right, Web. I'm gonna jump on your wave, Web. I'm gonna give you my example of female narcissism. When a group of women, when there's a group, you ready, Web? When there's a group of 10 women going out, right, and they all getting dressed, and then they all come together, and you got that one friend that's like, "Oh, I'm going home because this bitch thinks she looks better than me," and she leaves to go change her outfit. That's the one.
Never have none of my girls did some like that. We all be boosting each other up, complimenting each other. If it don't look right, we go help you fix it. Like what?
You about to go see? That's how it's supposed to be.
Who does that?
I seen a video of
It's envy. It's envy and jealousy.
There you go.
It's the insecurities too.
The insecurities. All of that, I think, plays into creating or developing narcissistic tendencies. If it didn't come immediately from your household, then dealing with people out in the world, you develop it from things like that, being insecure or feeling a way about something or trying to focus on the image rather than the truth of the matter.
I was just about to say that. Do you see how easier it is to put that mask on and pretend that you this like all around well-rounded person and to really look at yourself? I don't know why it's just so hard, yo. Like people don't want to look at that and work on it. And that just don't make no sense because to me that's gonna continuously stunt your growth. You can have that mask on for how long you want, but in reality, you know what you feel. In reality, you know how you are. You trying to tell me you just want to keep rotting on the inside? Like you don't want to deal with that, but you gonna keep putting on this mask every day. I don't get it.
That's what the movie Us was about.
Like, that was a good movie. That movie had me scared for like some months. I ain't gonna lie.
That was a really good movie.
You seen Us, Lorraine? You seen Us, Nate?
Yeah, great movie.
Mm-hmm.
How?
I think it's important that we talk about how that should come out different in men and women because it's some real shit. Like this country teach us as men to be narcissistic. You get what I'm saying?
Programming.
It's nothing negative in society. Like being narcissistic is what they teach you will get you ahead. They don't teach you to tap into your network, develop a network, and develop resources and teamwork. That's not what gets you to the top. Those are not the attributes that they tell us as men gets us to the top. It's all being individual. It's all, like I said, pulling yourself up by your own bootstraps, and me. is taught in every aspect of culture, from sports, as much as sports is a team aspect, a team um, product.
You always got that one player that stand out.
Celebrities, you get what I'm saying? Stars, and they identified in that type of way for a certain reason. Like LeBron get paid a certain reason. I mean, a certain amount than other people. You get what I'm saying? Even though everybody get a ring at the end. You get what I'm saying? So that individuality is promoted in every aspect of success. So when we start to talk about narcissism, in particular with men, we have to make sure that we taking that into consideration, taking into consideration that from a young boy we being taught to be narcissists. You get what I'm saying? And empathy is not necessarily something that's widely spread and taught. I had to learn empathy, real talk.
You
That's
had to
actually
learn
something that
empathy. You
we
never
trained
used to
to
have
not look at.
empathy, Lorraine?
I was raised in a culture where being empathetic could get
You're
you
soft.
fucking killed, or taken advantage of, or not taken serious. You get what I'm saying? You had to put yourself in a position where it was about you, and in that thought came that survival instinct.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It wasn't about the team, because if I'm watching your back, I can't watch my own back. You get what if I'm worrying about if I'm worrying about your safety, it minimizes me worrying about my safety. You get what I'm saying? Me focusing
Survival
on my
mode.
safety is a response. It'll help keep you safe. You get what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, TZ.
Every man for themselves.
No, you good. So
Coming out the West Indian
it's
Club.
survival mode. But it's survival mode. Like you gotta survive. That's what you saw. Again, that goes back to what society has taught us, what the United States has brought, and what the United States is all about. Look at the presidents. They fighting, they going back and forth to see who gonna win. They throwing the most grimiest shots at each other to see who gonna win and who gonna be able to run the. It's all about competition. So I mean, at the end of the day, in a way, we can't fault. We can't fault our people or just even us for maybe having some narcissistic ways, like you said, was something that's embedded, something that we may not have even known that we deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is really such a thin line. But I think just when you get to that, what separates it is when you get to that point of, yo, don't get me wrong, you got to be selfish sometimes. I get that. But when you're completely like that all the time, and you just like, I don't know, I can't rock with people like that. Like I just feel like,
So
yo, each one teach one, bro.
so TZ, let me ask you a question. I just gave a little perspective about how narcissism plays out in men and how it affects us. Tell me a little bit about how narcissism plays out in women.
Like in
We
a
ain't gonna do it to you.
relationship,
We ain't
regular,
gonna do it
like
to you yet, Web. You could piggyback. You could respond to what Teezy say.
I'm listening.
Based
is
off
this
of
in a
all of the,
relationship
based
or
off
is
of the
this just
all of
in
the,
general?
nah, based off of everything you just read, that
And
give you a good perspective of the clinical definition of narcissism, and how that play out in different arenas. You just read a different examples from your own personal example, and based off the clinical definition, how have you seen narcissism play out in women, in particular
I
black
mean,
women?
no, I ain't giving no examples. I feel like with women,
give some
I don't feel
examples.
like I'm narcissistic, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like I don't know when it comes to women. I may think like it said, the sexual aspect. Like, I think that sometimes women might use that to their advantage and can be narcissistic with that. Like, that goes back to our other topics, like with relationships. If I'm going through something with my man, I know I could probably finagle a little bit, but if that's something that you continuously do, I feel like that could be narcissistic. I feel like women a lot, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like women a lot of times, like, and I know that a lot of men do talk about this as well, like We don't like to own up to our bullshit. We don't like to own up to being wrong in situations. So I feel like that might be a part of narcissism in a way, to an extent. I do see where it's talking about competitive and being jealous, but I don't know more so in a relationship if that is like that. But females in general can be like that with each other. And that can be narcissism. Again, what Nate said, always thinking that you got to be the best and look the best. And, oh, if I don't look like this and I feel like she look better than me, then that's a form of narcissism.
Can I ask you a question? So the example that Webb used, that light skinned girl who, like, we know that like colorization is an issue in our community, especially like back in the days. But that light skinned girl who looked pretty, who get all the attention, look down on the dark skinned girls that just from off of that and have that, and can is that an example of, can you validate what Webb said as being an example of like how
I think that's a learned behavior. But I feel like at this day and age, we are old enough and smart enough to know that there is no difference really with light skin, dark skin. I feel like that was just something that was before our time. That was stuff that was embedded in us, that was taught in us. And just from society portraying that the light skinned person is better, the fairer skin looks better, men being more attracted to the lighter skin, men, celebrities marrying the lighter skin. So to some extent, I could say it might for some females start being a narcissism thing, because and they had this like, I'm better than this dark skinned girl, this brown skinned girl, this chocolate girl. All the men want to marry the light skinned girls. All the celebrities with the lighter, fair skinned girls. I got the better job because I'm light skinned. So yeah, in a way, I can say that can be a form of narcissism, because you think that because you're light skinned that you all hell Mary Queen and like you all hell this and you better than everybody else. And at the end of the day, you really not. At the end of the day, you got some issues that you ain't never deal with. So I mean, yes, I could think that. I think that to an extent that can play into narcissism. But I think if you just mature and wise enough to understand and know that what was set in place to like try to have us have this mindset, and you know better, then you're not going to have that type of mindset. You're going to know that, okay, you light skin and I'm dark skin, but guess what? We still equal. We still going to get treated the same. Like, so I don't know. I think that narcissism with women, a lot of things come with material stuff, appearance. Like, I really believe in all of that. I think that, especially after doing like the research I was doing, I agree with that as women. Like, sometimes it is that like it's a competition, or I gotta look this way, and if I don't look this way, or if I don't look the best, or if I feel like, and I think that women have to stop doing that. Like, I think that women have to start bigging each other up more. Yes, it is happening more and more nowadays, but it's like you still have those women with that mindset of, this is what it is, and this is who I'm gonna be. And don't get me wrong, you're supposed to be who you want to be, but don't down others or treat others wrong because of that. And I think that that's something that women, we have to work on. That's, for instance, like a plus size girl seeing another plus size girl. Like, we both plus size. Like, what you gotta say negative? You feel me? Like, that's a form of, oh, you think you're the better plus size girl? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like with women, when it comes to narcissism, I feel like that's one thing, a category that maybe we deal with a lot when it comes to being superficial and competitive, or, you know, just trying to uphold who you are as a woman, because a lot of times you are shot down. The Black woman is talked about and belittled so much. So, I mean, you do got to hold that part to you, but it's also about supporting and giving the other woman, giving back to the other woman and say, yo, you got this too, queen. You could have this confidence too. You could be this type of person too. So yes, if that answers the question.
The more you was talking, the better that shit was getting, yo. I swear. That was a great answer. That was a great answer.
Thank you.
And see, Webb, I got your back.
That was from the heart.
I got your back, Webb.
Kyla,
go ahead, Webb. What you got to say, Webb?
Kyla say y'all trying to play me because I'm the only female up here. For real, but I'm gonna hold it down.
No, you said some real shit.
We not trying to play her.
No,
I know y'all ain't doing nothing bad yet. No, that's true though. I really feel like females do deal with things like that, and we need to really tap into that and look at ourselves like, yo, how can we uplift each other more instead of it's always a competition and it's always, oh, she look a mess, she this, that, and the third. Like, yo, you got to find ways to that. To me, that reflects insecurity within yourself. When you sitting up there worried about, or even just saying like, oh, this person look this, or I feel like you reflecting your own insecurities on that person. Like that's narcissistic. Go deal with that. Go work on that.
That's narcissism.
So as black youth, it's what we were taught to do. We were taught to feed into people's insecurities. Like we go to school every day and rank on each other. And you could see which people was like really offended by it and which people just took it as, oh, okay, I'm going to live my life anyway, so it don't really matter. It just doesn't really affect me. And some people took it to heart. So
that's where it starts.
Starts young.
Like you said,
yeah, but what do you do to try to get out of that? Like Lorraine was like, what do you do to try to get out of that narcissistic mindset?
You gotta recognize the fact that you do narcissistic shit.
Right.
Be honest with yourself first and foremost. If you're not honest with yourself about what it is you're doing, and you continue to try to cover it up, you're never gonna fix those traits. You end up being an old person, man or woman, by yourself, blaming everybody for stuff, or starting problems with people, and then blaming them for the problem started.
But you know what, Web, though? There's a lot of motherfuckers that's with, excuse my language, there's a lot of people that's with people just based off of the simple fact, like I said, and narcissism when it comes out as a man is a lot of those attributes are like correlated with like male attributes and not being a narcissist. You get what I'm saying? So when we present that shit, it's not like, yo, this dude got a mental disorder. It's not he being a guy. He
being.
You get what
I'm saying?
What
men do.
And then when you not being narcissistic is, and you do come to shit with empathy, sometimes that's looked at as being sensitive. You get what I'm saying?
But you have to have that sensitive side to you, yo. It's a must.
Oh, hold on, because you ain't. Come on now, motherfucker. These days, somebody want. They want Bobby Brown. They don't want Ralph Tresvant. You get what I'm saying? that I'm an old man. That kind of that went.
No, I didn't hear you because somebody.
Thank you, because it got quiet.
Right, I love that song.
Just like me.
What y'all know about? Hey. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the women were walking right by him to get the Bobby Brown because it was his prerogative.
Yo, another gray hair just popped out my bed. So I said the joke. But
you have to tap into that sensitive side. You don't. That shit is played out. Like
you say, tap into it, but like I said,
okay, give me an example.
But the fact that we taught to be narcissistic. Like women not taught to look for narcissists. You get what I'm saying? How many women want the guy?
They love narcissists.
Exactly.
You know who
they have narcissists until they find out that he's truly a narcissist. Like I said, it's a line though. Like Teezy said, it's a line between confidence and narcissist, and it's like right here. But as soon as they meet a guy, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he confident, he got this." And the next thing you know, he just up here somewhere. They're like, "Oh shit, I done fucked up." I done fucked up.
No.
Same with men. No. We want that good looking girl, but we be like, "Yeah, she bad as hell. Look at her, she's sexy." And then after a while, we figure out, "Oh, hold up, she all about her. She ain't thinking about me." So it go both ways.
You a smart man, Nate.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Is what you were saying earlier too.
Let me get this real quick. Hold on, because I'm stuck real quick. I'm stuck again. Okay.
You're stuck in the thinking pose at least. Like
Yep. Listen. I mean, when you mess with somebody, you do look at qualities, but at the end of the day, you won't know if that person is all about self. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you can. Like as a woman, sometimes you can tell a dude that's all about self. Like, word to me, I don't even like you. Like, don't How you in the mirror more than me? Fall back, okay? Second of all, if you got money and you just flaunt your money, try and show it off to me, try and be fly, that's a turnoff for most women. Some women like women that like money, that use a nigga for their money, that deal with niggas just to get their money. Yes, it's a turnoff for them. But honestly, a lot of women, that is a turnoff. Like, and that's narcissistic. Like, you pulling out your money for what? What does that mean? That to me is an example of a man that's all about himself, and that's gonna be more like on some like than about us. Like I that's, to me, that's a sign. Like, no, what are you doing that for? Like, that's a sign of being all about yourself when you're doing all that extra shit. You don't have to do that to get females nowadays. Like, it's too much. You're doing too much. And for me, that's not. I'm not even gonna want to talk to you. Like, that's a form to me of being a narcissist. Like, I got all this money. I'm going to take care of this. Oh, question, is that a form of narcissism? When you make more money in the household and you feel like that person got to respect your authority and stuff? Is that a form of narcissism?
Depends how you think about it. It could be.
No, yes,
That's
it is.
we gonna go yes.
Yes.
We gonna go yes.
Yes. Just say yes.
I make the money.
What?
I'm gonna say what's going on in this bitch.
I
But this shit
want
ain't in your name, nigga. What the fuck?
And I want my drawers folded by 8 o'clock. And I want you in the bed naked by 10. Like, nigga, what? Narcissism.
I'm gonna keep it a stack though. Like, so and I deal with some harsh realities. You get what I'm saying? Because this shit is real out here. So, like I was saying earlier, capitalism is innately narcissistic. You get what I'm saying? You're not looking.
What's up, y'all?
What up?
Hey, keep it up.
I ain't gonna tell. I'm gonna put Shantae business out there. I ain't gonna tell y'all she had me waiting for 15 minutes backstage.
Yeah.
She said you wasn't ready.
Ow.
I watched the 15 minutes of this show for the last 15 minutes sitting here.
Kia. Really, yo? We supposed to like watch when we get
We're about to start asking questions anyway, Kia.
Kia.
Yeah, Kia here now.
Look,
we need her opinion now.
Y'all see me eating? I made something to eat. That's how long I was waiting.
First of all, I've been trying to have Kyla, Rondell.
Hey,
Kyla and Rondell on.
Nah, they probably got boost. I don't got boost. They phone wasn't working right. I'm in here.
I was trying to add you, Kia, and it was acting up at first, but then it let me. So now Kyla and Rondell gonna be mad at me. Kyla and Rondell, I love y'all. I'm gonna try to add y'all again if y'all want me to.
Nah, y'all, she leaving y'all backstage, y'all, because she left me backstage. Like Showtime at the Apollo. Shame on you. But to piggyback what y'all was saying, I don't like dudes that flash money neither. See, told y'all I was watching.
It's not attractive at all.
No, it's a turn off. But go ahead, Ray. You were saying something. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying like capitalism is like innately narcissistic. You get what I'm saying? They teach you to step on the little person to get wherever you're trying to get. So to kind of like bring it back home, like I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like if you sell drugs like other than weed, then you have some narcissistic tendencies because you know that shit is detrimental, but you also know that you can make money off of it, and that takes precedence over the impact that it can have
on your people.
I think it's terrible when people serve their relatives.
Oh my
God!
But look, think of it this way though: who took the drugs and said, "Let's bring them to America and give them to people to sell"? They knew this was gonna happen. They knew this was gonna happen. They knew this was gonna happen. Narcissists, exactly. President Reagan. President Reagan was like, "Fuck it, you start the DARE program, and I'm gonna get the army to bring the shit over. I'm gonna get the CIA to bring the shit over."
And who introduced that trickle down theory?
Trump, I don't
know.
Reagan, yeah. So,
Nixon.
I'm just saying, it's been a booby trap for us ever since.
So what? But we know better, yo. Like,
Nixon laid the foundation for
responsibility. Like, we are adults. We know better. We should know. Like, it's certain things you just gotta tap into and just realize and understand and work on, yo. Like, you can't keep using, like, yes, we should keep saying that. And don't get me wrong, it plays a big part. And I have a lot of, like, you know, different conversations with people about, like, because, you know, a lot of times you hear our people saying, like, oh, stop trying to blame the system for why y'all doing what y'all doing and going through what y'all going through. But in reality, on some real, it do play a part in it. But then it's like, at what point are you going to step aside and try your best to come up out of that and just be the best version of yourself that you can, and being a narcissist or continuing to sell drugs in your community because that's the only way you can feel you're going to get money. Like, at some point, you got to look at a greater purpose, yo. Like, I don't know.
You said it. You said at some point you got to look around and be like, I can't be part of the cycle or the system. Like, that's exactly what they did. They took the drugs, they put it in the poorest neighborhoods, and they found the people that were starving the most. Like, okay, you can't get a job because we're not allowing you to get a job. We done took all the jobs out your neighborhood, but I got to wait for you to make money. I need you to kill your people.
But you know,
and bring me the money.
You think they intended to make money with it, or you think they intended for us to just use it and die off from it?
But
both.
I'm about to say both.
You know what, Nate? You know what else they did too, Nate? They taught us to be narcissists.
Yeah, with that.
All those black exploitation movies that like highlighted the person that was the narcissist in the community and made you want to be like them. You get what I'm saying?
He got the car. He got the money. He looks flashy every day.
Yep.
He ain't worried about nothing. Think about it. This is why, remember when she was playing the song, I don't really listen to music that much anymore because I noticed like that's what rap music has become. From early beginnings, when the rapper was just talking about his DJ, to now he's talking about himself and how he's the man. And then all the conscious rap has died off. We don't get none of that no more. You might get a piece of that through like J. Cole, Talib Kweli, but that's done died off. Now we got it went from drug dealers to drug users. Everybody popping pills, taking Percocets. It's the cycle. So
that's the thing.
To me, that's why I don't listen to music no more.
We have we had them back in the days, but we also have positive music as well. Like, and that's what people don't understand. Like, we was listening to that music. We was this, that, and third. Yeah, we were. But we still had the Lauryn Hills. We had the positive stuff where it was trying to teach us things. Now, it's really not too many positive female rappers or even R&B artists. Like, the R&B girls talking about cheating on their nigga and sleeping with this and doing that. Like, yeah, we had that back in the day too, but we also have more of a positive, I feel like, influence. Like, if you go back and look at the old school songs and stuff, like, what?
But I think that kind of goes along with what we were saying. If initially, like, music, like hip hop was controlled by the culture. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Once other people took control of it, their mentality came through the shit. Misogyny and narcissism is a part of their culture. So that's the type of shit that they gonna put out.
Y'all using some big words tonight, y'all.
You gotta think though. Hip hop was just originally street news. It was the news that they wasn't giving us.
A report of what was going on in the house.
It was a report exactly what was going on around us. And then as soon as the companies got involved, like it became exploitation. Like it went from broken glass everywhere to I'm bad. Right?
Nah.
Yeah.
It went left when Drop Down to Get Your Eagle On came out. I love
that. It was way left before that. It was way left before that.
Yeah, when Nelly and the St.
Right after Biggie
came
and
out, it was a rap after that.
That video was very disgusting.
What? You gonna put it on Nelly? Yeah. Hold on. What about Luke? What about Luke?
No, he had it lit for a second.
Listen, you know what was the difference? You know what was the difference between Luke and Nelly? Luke was an independent movement that got national attention based off controversy. You get what I'm saying? Like Luke, they was putting that money in and doing them videos. Nelly was like a product of BET. Like BET made Nelly.
BET Uncut.
Especially Uncut.
Look,
Shit,
look,
I
look, look.
said it must be your face.
Look, look, but you gotta. I be watching Nelly stories on YouTube, right? And you gotta understand too. Nelly came from the hood. Like his name ain't really Nelly.
Yeah.
They call him Mo. So you gotta understand that was his thing was to get into music to get out of the hood.
Right.
So he was making music like what's that song? I'm going down, down, baby, yo, speed in the Range Rover. That's a hard song where he's talking about shooting people.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So
that don't mean that Drop Down and Get Your Eagle On wasn't exploiting
everybody,
women.
of course, it was exploited, but you got to think companies was in music way before that. Soon as the Jewish companies took control of music, all that came out of it was guns, violence, sex. Those were the top sellers. Like no matter what you was doing.
That's
That's
all
why
narcissism.
Jay-Z. That's why Jay-Z couldn't get the deal with Priority at first. He couldn't get that deal until he got on Priority because they listened to his music and was like, "Oh, you just telling stories about prosperity in the hood. Like you want bigger and better. You want black people to have bigger and better. This is what you want. Go shoot somebody. We'll give you a label. Go shoot somebody. We'll give you this." He had to do it himself. Meanwhile, people like Mobb Deep was out there just telling you like, yeah, we out here shooting and drinking
This the
Henny.
real one. Make you feel something.
Hip hop, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people from Hartford on here. You got to be careful what you say about the mouth. Careful what you say about the mouth.
Meanwhile, Talib Kweli couldn't get out the gate.
Honey.
What up, Kai? How you doing?
Hey, Kai.
Hey,
I know you got some. I know you got some narcissistic stories for us. Let's go.
man, my baby father, the biggest narcissist in the world.
Who?
I know you got a bunch
Rob,
of them.
You know, Rob was the greatest to ever do it, child.
I ain't gonna put his business out there, but yeah, he was.
What he gonna do?
Roll around.
Kyla, don't even say nothing rude. Just talk about you. You about to say something about him.
I'm just saying, like, yo, that relationship was crazy. It was like, if I didn't move a certain way fast enough, he had a problem.
That's
like it was crazy. Oh, one side of my plate is hotter than the other side. And would
he was overboard.
Tantrum, like a real tantrum. Like, no, I'm serious. I'm not even making it up. A tantrum. Like, then you got your, I'm better than everybody. I look better than everybody. Yeah. So I absolutely agree with the female. Is like, me and you could literally look the same, be the same size, same weight, same height. We the same color. And or she thinks she all that. No, Queen. Queen, you look good.
I am all that, but you all that too, baby girl.
Not on my street, though.
Not on your who?
Not on my street.
See, Kyla, you being narcissistic.
You know what? I am, in a way. I'm not even gonna lie, I am. But I'm not that. I'm the good form of narcissist. Because I think very highly of myself, but I don't think I'm better than nobody.
So Kyla, I wouldn't put Kyla in a narcissistic bubble. She is highly confident, but she is highly, highly empathetic. She is highly sensitive. She is the sweetest person in the world. She has fed damn near the whole New Britain.
Everybody.
I've seen it with my own eyes. So she let a lot of stuff slide that nobody else would let slide. So I can't put the narcissistic tag on her, but I say she is highly confident.
There's nothing wrong with being highly confident. I feel like
nothing at all. Nothing at all.
You don't know what people go through in life. Like you're supposed you got to get to a point where you gain that confidence. That's not narcissistic at all.
No, when you feel like years.
Maybe I want to say when you feel like maybe you can't, I don't want to say share that confidence, or you feel like you can't compliment another female, or you feel like you could think you the shit. Is nothing wrong with that, yo. We all do, and we'll be all lined up here if we say at some point we ain't never feel like we was the shit. But don't shit on nobody else because you feel like you're the shit. It's a way of how you do it. Like you and you not shitting on somebody else, you not giving somebody else a compliment, that's not gonna take well, you doing it, I should say. That's not going to take away from your confidence. That shouldn't take away from you feeling the way that you feel about yourself or up here, or, you know, that shouldn't take away from it. If this taken away from it, then there's a problem. And you're not as confident as you think you are.
No, listen, think about your group of friends. This school playing with me tonight.
Her patient.
I'm at work.
Her patient being narcissistic, not thinking about everybody else while she's yelling in the background.
He is the epitome of that word, honestly. So think about a group of friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all all beautiful and different. Y'all all look beautiful, but maybe somebody's more beautiful than the other. You think about this group of friends at the bar. Now it's one that's really, she the baddie, but think about being the regular beautiful friend, not the superficial beautiful friend, but you equally beautiful. A dude offered to buy all y'all drinks, but the girl, the narcissistic one, gotta make the drink buying about her. Oh, he came over here to buy drinks because he's trying to bag me. No, boo. He's seen for a beautiful woman over here, so he came to buy us all drinks. But that narcissistic friend, because we all have one. We all have one. Is going to make the situation about them for what?
I get that.
Right. So they hide in little tiny places that maybe you don't see them as being narcissistic, but now you've read every single clinical diagnosis of a narcissism, and
you recognize it.
You can see how you didn't recognize that. Hey, you're friends with a freaking narcissist. And because you're such an empathetic, nice, kind person, you enable their bull crap instead of checking them on it. So I hope at the end of the show, everybody can now take the time to, check that narcissistic friend. Like, look, you're doing too much.
Right.
Like, because sometimes you really have to tell them that. You're really doing too much. Everything's not about you.
And I think it's important to, for us to talk about, I know some, from what I read, all they say is therapy is the way to help.
Yeah, me too, Lorraine.
But I think we kind of identify one way to help that shit. Recognize how to communicate empathy and teach a motherfucker to be empathetic. Giving a fuck about you don't have to invest in nobody else, but know that they just as important as I am.
Exactly.
Those simple things initially planting them seeds in our baby, to make sure that as important and as special as I make you feel, hopefully it's somebody making your friends feel the same. You get what I'm saying? Because be important and special too. But then us growing to be adults that recognize it's strengthened be having self-esteem. But as much as I'm the shit, sis, you the shit, bro, you the shit too.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But make sure when you're doing that's not a mask. You feel me? That's where that's what they say about the narcissist is narcissist is it don't portray that's not how you really feel about yourself. You gotta tap into that part of you and work. Too many people mask that shit, and in reality they don't feel that way about themselves. So it's if you really in reality, if you stunting and acting like you feel this way about yourself, but you really don't feel this way about yourself, how you gonna be able to big up the next person and give them compliments and let them know that they handling their thing and they looking good and this, that, and the third? You can't do that because in reality you a fraud. You're not really feeling that way about yourself. You just creating this mask to make it look like you feel this secure about yourself, and in reality you don't. And then you can't understand why your friend that you think may look less than you or whatever the situation may be. Then now you looking at them like, how she feel that way? You know why? Because in reality she really feel that way.
Hold on, Teezy. Hold on. Because I wouldn't I wouldn't be so strong and call them frauds. because
That is wrong.
I'm gonna just talk from experience.
Okay.
When I was young, like high school days, I had a level of popularity. You get what I'm saying? I knew a bunch of people knew me, but I still had some insecurities. But I felt like I presented once I got out of high school and uh, really start like being out in the street. I used to present like I was the shit. You get what I'm saying? Where I came from, like we the shit, like we're the best. And it wasn't like we're the best and you're the worst, but I had to just personally for and, and like I grew up, I was a chubby kid. I was the fattest kid out of all of my cousins. Feel me? We used to go to Windsor Pool. It was a time where I didn't even want to take my shirt off at Windsor Pool. But I grew to be like a teenager and a young adult where I'm walking around with my shirt off. Initially, it was I don't give a fuck, and that was the fake it till you make it type of thing. But then, as an adult, as I really became an adult, I really started to develop like self esteem and self worth, and like I had reasoning to believe why I was the shit. You get what I'm saying? And it wasn't just me having that like I won't say facade because I had a level of self respect and a level of self esteem, but I had some insecurity. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's fine. But when you had those insecurities, but you knew you had a level of popularity, did you shit on other people to make yourself feel like that? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Real talk, and that's why I keep reiterating that word empathy because I always was somebody that was empathetic to other people, and I think that's what helped me to transition from that fake it till you make it to really being able to develop self esteem and really develop self worth and be able to really feel like I'm the shit. You get what I'm saying? And have some checks to back up why the fuck I'm the shit.
no, I totally get that. I agree with you on that. But Kyla, mute your phone till you done talking. No. I agree with that. Like, I'm not totally saying that when I say fraudulent. I just mean like the fact that you know that you like, if you know that you have these insecurities within yourself, but you mask something else, but then you on top of knowing that you shitting on other people to make yourself feel better. To me, that's fraudulent. Like, not you having to gain that security within yourself, that love within yourself to really like look at yourself and say, yo, I really love me. Like, that's different. And that's what you did. Like, it was levels. It was your experiences to get up to where you at today. But somebody that intentionally knows that they have issues with their self-esteem and their selves or they looks, whatever it is, and then they got to shit on the next person knowing that mask that they be having is not real. To me, that's fraudulent. That's what I mean when I say that.
Hello, the Agent Orange is the biggest fraud in the world.
Yeah, we were just discussing
I'm
that.
not being funny. I'm serious. Think about it. What you just said. He know he ain't better than nobody, but he got to make a point to be like, well, when Obama was in office, X, Y, and Z, and look what I did, and I'm so much better, and everything I'm doing, and
Yeah.
look at me. He's such a pick me. I think that's the best way to put a narcissist is they're pick me's. It's pick me. What about me? What about my feelings? Hi, hello, I exist. My feelings matter more than everybody else is in the room. Really? Did your mom not hug you as a kid? Did she not tell you she loves you?
His father hated him.
Well, I mean,
He had some family traumas, a lot of them.
right. So that's like, and that's another thing that I felt like wasn't talked about. Things that we go through as children. Now, I wasn't in agreement with saying that spoiled children can become narcissists, but I think that we can become narcissists by different traumas we go through as children. when we don't heal properly.
I agree. But I mean, I agree with what you're saying about the traumas too, but I think to an extent with the spoiled one, it was difficult for me to answer, but I think that if a kid feels so
Entitled. Keep going. Entitled.
I feel like now I think I got that. Damn, the liquor was helping me. I feel like if I gotta like, if you feel a sense of entitlement because you were spoiled, and that lingers on to you when you're adulthood, and you feel like everybody gotta cater to you, and this is what was done for me as a child, so this needs to be done by you. Or that's just like when they say the mama's boys when you're in a relationship and you date somebody that's a mama's boy and they expect all the spoiled and all the things that their mom did for their girlfriend to do for them as well. To me, that that could cause a problem. So yeah, to an extent, with the spoiled part, I can see where Webb and them all three of them say it could be something that's narcissistic as an adult. Because now you got that and you feel like you supposed to have that entitlement. Even if you ain't working with it.
You know, there's a thing called because they were talking about like, you could be so rich or grow up rich. So let's say that's like the equivalent of being spoiled. You grow up rich to the point where you feel like certain consequences that affect others don't affect you. It's called affluenza. And it's a real mental disorder.
Real mental disorder.
What is it called?
Affluenza.
Affluenza.
Oh, affluenza?
Yeah.
That sounds like a shot.
That shit was in the news for like a while. When the guy, I can't think of his name, but his a rich person's son hit somebody in the car. Like it was it was manslaughter with a vehicle. And then the son went to court and they just let him out. Like, all right, we're gonna give you probation.
I feel like I remember this.
And meanwhile, the son is around he's just doing nutso shit because he know he can't get in any trouble.
Or I know somebody in a higher up. So
yeah, raping the girl he was raping the girl behind the dumpster. And they gave him like a month, 2 months or something like that. Not even 2 months.
Yep. I tried to hide about everything. That's narcissism to the, like I said, the good son. Like you out here killing people and you like, fuck it. But the cops, a lot of cops are I can't even say the word now, but a lot of cops are the same way. Yeah, a lot of cops.
But the root word to that is affluent. And what's affluent? What do affluent mean?
No. Affluent is like being like having a lot, having like being spoiled.
Exactly. And that's the root word of what you just was talking about.
Yeah, facts.
So look how that correlates. You get what I'm saying?
Correlates. Exactly. Oh, I never got to the what you call it.
It's when the sense of entitlement comes into play I feel like that's what can make you become a narcissist, when you have that sense of entitlement.
Well, think about rich people. Think about how they literally behave.
Mm-hmm.
People that come from affluent families, look at how they behave.
Yep.
The world is mine.
Do no wrong. Like, think about the ones. Look at those people that go to school and what are they pledging for fraternities and sororities and they're doing all this hazing and mess around and kill somebody by accident. You know their family gonna put money to the school. They're going to build a library. They're going to pay everybody off, and that kid going to grow up and keep doing crimes. You better think about every SUV you ever watched. The one that grew up rich, then killed and raped a bunch of women, and people kept covering it up, and he kept doing it again when he got older because he felt like he was untouchable.
But
it's how you raised.
And
he white.
So do we?
It did say that was a factor in your environment, how you was raised.
Right. So will we honestly, in culture, if we think about the people that are like the billionaires, you get what I'm saying? I believe it's some narcissism that went into. If you become a billionaire, you got to think like some aspects of narcissism got to go into that. Unless
I'm the shit.
Exactly.
I
especially in
can't do
this
shit
society.
wrong. Look at what I'm doing. Look at this. Look at this. See these ugly ass sneakers? You gonna keep buying them because I'm the shit, nigga.
Exactly, especially in this society. So like it's certain attributes of narcissism that can lead to success in a capitalist society.
True.
Oh,
That's
matter of
But
true.
fact,
also,
That's true.
healthy qualities of narcissism
Yes,
include
go ahead.
the ability to admire and accept the admiration of others. So, like I was saying, feeling like you're the shit, but also feeling like other people are the shit, and being able to acknowledge that.
healthy
Um,
criticism.
a solid sense of self-esteem and self-worth. A healthy sense of pride in oneself and one's accomplishments. And I feel like that's to piggyback off to something like Lorraine was saying earlier. I feel like that's a positive effect of capitalism in our society. Like you were saying, being able to get stuff and to own stuff and to have a sense of self-worth. That's the upside to what the capitalistic society gives us. If you have a healthy mindset and you're able to differentiate between making everything about yourself and having a focus on yourself so you can focus on others. It says number 4 is an appreciation of the needs of others and the ability to empathize with them, which we were saying earlier, being able to empathize with others and not being apathetic towards people.
Right.
Emotional resilience. I think women have better emotional resilience than men do. Women are very like men have emotional resilience, but it's a false sense of emotional resilience.
Right.
Like women can bounce back from being hurt faster than men can.
All right, Web, you sticking up for the lady?
Well,
Because he was all the way under the bus. Like
I know he had to come back.
Like
Y'all
I
threw me under
literally
the bus.
took the shovel out. I was like, oh, let me help push.
No, y'all threw me under the bus, but no, for real, like women have a way that they can bounce back. They have a sense of bouncing back. Now, it might not always be healthy. Sometimes it can be an unhealthy way of bouncing back. But
what if I say I disagree with that?
Huh?
I think I disagree with that.
Why? I think women are emotionally stronger than we are.
I don't agree with that at all.
Why you say that?
Why?
That's not to say that men are stronger. I think we both have our strengths, and especially to be able to still be alive now and still be black people. Like it took us both having strength in this shit in different ways.
Different ways, true.
Emotionally, mentally, sometimes physically, spiritually. I wouldn't say that black men or black women have more strength when it comes to that. I think it takes us initially having strength to be able to still be here. And it's going to take us having the equal amount of strength to be able to survive into the future. You get what I'm saying? Nobody's stronger than the other. Cut that divisive shit out.
No, it's not to be divisive. I was having a conversation with my friend the other day. She was saying how, like, for example, going into new relationships. This isn't everybody. This doesn't happen with everybody, but nowadays you get more and more people going into new relationships with the mindset from their past relationship or holding on to stuff in their past relationship. But for the most part, women go into new relationships with a completely different mindset about the dude until they're triggered. Men go into relationships already thinking, I'm not about to let her do what this bitch did to me. You get what I'm saying? And it's not something that we look at very often. And when she said that to me, I had that same face you making where I was like, you got a point. And I mentioned it to my boy, and he was like, yo, there might be some truth to that. So I'm like, oh, it's like it's a legitimate thing. Shout out to Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann was the one who
I think women do the same. I think women do the same thing though. They do the exact same thing. Women it be like their last relationship. No, I'm not going through this, and then they go to another relationship, and then some different shit happen, and they just be like, wait a minute, I'm getting vibes of what happened before. It's gonna turn into that.
It's the trigger. You can't trigger from the situation and then
wanting better. Can't knock her for wanting better.
The same shit. and
Yeah, you
doing the
can't.
same shit.
Huh?
That's more on us than a woman recognizing like, oh nah, or nah. I agree with you, Nate.
They don't go. They
So
don't go into it looking at it. They don't go into it looking at the dude as this was my last boyfriend. Some people do, but I think a majority of women go into it with a clean slate. Not a clean slate, but a clean
Well,
enough
hold
slate
on,
that they
pause,
don't have.
pause. We got two women on this panel.
What do
Let's
y'all
ask
think?
these women.
Yeah.
So,
When you meet new Mr. So and so, do you ever think like, I last so and so did this, so let me be on the lookout for this with new so and so?
wait. Immediately though, is that wall up? Is the wall already up? Like, hold up, wait a minute. Or do you peek over? Are you peeking over the wall like,
Or it's just no wall? Like,
or
I'm
no
gonna
wall
let
at
him
all?
make me build the wall.
You just like, come here.
no and yes. It's like I don't know. I feel like, I kind of feel like to answer that question is like where you at with yourself in life and how you got over a situation. Did you heal from that situation? Like, but I don't know. I do feel like for me, it could be triggers, but I feel like I don't want to. I feel like it's not a clean slate, but I feel like it's more of, okay, I'm gonna give this person an opportunity, not try to judge them like the last person, but then it's like at the same time you're still thinking in your head. To me, it's like an up and down thing. I feel like you kind of, as a woman, I don't know, Kyla, back me up, or if you think different, but I feel like it's kind of like both. Like you deal with both. You deal with wanting to not in your head and mentally and be thinking like, yo, nah, all right, he just did this. He gonna be just like this. But then it's like in your head, you want to give that person a chance as well. So it's like I don't know. Sometimes it could be
The
a
benefit
battle.
of the
Like
doubt.
you got to find that balance to say, okay, but it's like, I don't know. Some people, they look at just the different triggers or the patterns and be like, all right, you know what? And then some people are like, yo, this might just be so like, you know what? Let me not prejudge the situation. Let me just try to go into it and see how it's going to turn out. So I don't know. For me, sometimes it could be, it depends, but it could be like a up and down thing. It could be, I might think this and I might think that, and I got to come to bring it together and be like, okay, what's the ultimate decision? How do you feel about this? What are you gonna do? So it's a yes and a no, I feel like, for me.
So you got the wall halfway up.
So that's
For
a
me,
yes. That's a
my,
yes.
my wall's there.
I don't know if it's halfway up, but yeah.
No, my wall's there. And I look and there's certain things that trigger me. And
Mm-hmm.
I will leave from a situation and they could have been the greatest thing, and then that's me not wanting to go through the same thing again at all, no way, shape, or form. So when I feel like you have these different characteristics that reminded me of a situation, and then I'm looking at some conversations that we're having, and they're a little bit too close to like, damn, was you in my relationship all those years ago? I feel like I'm hearing the same thing again. So I will get scared of a situation, and I'll leave fast.
It's very scary,
So
to be
what?
honest.
That's two
It
women that's telling you something different than what you
Just
it can be
saying.
you and
scary.
your
It can
boys
be
was talking
scary
about.
trying to go into a new situation. That's why I say it's like it's like dealing with both. Like you wanna like be like, okay, especially when you just in a phase of trying to heal or whatever, then it's like you be like, nah, man, fuck that. Nope, nah, nope. Wait, he just like kind of said he just did that, but I don't know, it'd be an up and down, be a battle, yo. It's not an easy thing. Like,
Scary.
So you know what my point is my point is kind of like we got to recognize that is if you able to be introspective then and really analyze how things affect you and then how you respond to things, that puts you in the space to be able to interact with somebody else because we have a lot of shared responses. Like things hurt a lot, like being cheated on hurt us the same, like men and women. We may respond different. You get what I'm saying? But that initial hurt, it ain't different than men and women. You get what
Nope.
I'm saying? That shit gonna hurt initially, and then as a man, I'm gonna be like, well, shit, I'm about to go fuck 10 women. As a woman, that shit gonna hurt the same, but then she gonna build the wall up. You get what I'm saying? It's not that. It's not. I hate talking about differences. Like we gotta talk about it just to be able to cross it off the list and be like, nah, that's really not a difference. Like we have more similarities than we have differences. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We all human.
Exactly.
Being a chronic cheater, though. I can admit to myself that I'm a chronic cheater.
Oh.
And you know why? I sometimes I think it's because of the relationships that I had. And it's like, okay, yeah, that hurt that you cheated on me, but I'm gonna get you back and I'm gonna hurt you even more. I'm not gonna get sad and get in my feelings and build a wall. No. Let's tit for tat and see how you recover.
And some people will say that's
Let's
a
be
male
petty.
response.
Let's
You know what I'm saying?
Let's be petty. Petty gang all day.
All right, go ahead, Larry. What you saying?
Oh no, I was saying, like some people would say that's a male response. You get what I'm saying? That's what a dude would do. But it's more. We have more similarities than we got differences.
Listen, I'm just saying, don't do it because I be in remission. I be in remission. I go to my meetings.
She got her little keychains.
Got a little coin.
Baby, don't cheat on me. Don't cheat on me. That inbox.
When she meets you, she put it right on the table in front of you. Like, here you go.
It's my 5 years sobriety.
Smell like new dudes outside. The inbox is beep. Like, wait a minute. He didn't cheat, guys. Hold on. Swing the block. He might in a week.
Well.
So, Web, what you think? What you think
about?
What you think about what we just said in reference to what you just said?
I don't know. My friend had pointed out to me, like you were saying, that women eventually put up the wall, but at first, it's not that wall. Y'all give the benefit of the doubt. Y'all go into it giving the person the benefit of the doubt. Men, like he said, we respond to it differently. So we're not going into it giving the person the benefit of the doubt necessarily. We're going into it making sure we don't relive that same hurt because we process it differently. So when I'm saying that women bounce back easier, is what I'm saying is we process it differently. Y'all process it in a way that y'all can look at it from a different perspective and feel differently about it. We might not have that. We take it like as men, I feel like we take it on the chin, and because we're not allowed to be vulnerable, we're not allowed to be soft, quote unquote soft, that we internalize it and deal with it in a way where it's like, yo, no, this is not happening to me again. This is not happening to me again. This is not happening to me again. But women get to there eventually.
But it sounds like what you're saying is when guys go through it, guys really build up the wall. That's what it sounded like.
Right.
Like
you said that's really what?
Like y'all put up the wall
right away. Yeah, right away. Like that's why they said a dude could get his heart broken at 15, 16, and he treat every woman like that afterwards. Not every dude do that, but some dudes do that. There's truth to that. There's a truth to the fact that dudes will get their heart broken at a younger age and start treating women funny. The same way there's a truth to women.
Actual fact.
The same way that there's a truth to women going through bullshit again and again and again and again and still having that hopeless romantic in them.
Well, so let me at the risk of sounding sensitive.
Sound it, Lorraine. Sound it.
That's all right. Get sensitive.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead. We listening.
Sensitivity. A man like me.
it wasn't like. Fortunately for the women that I've ever came across, I've never been cheated on that I know about. Because I can't imagine what that would have did to how I interacted with women after that. I can't imagine. You get what I'm saying? As men, we already deal with all different type of reasons to be insecure. If I got cheated on and I knew about it, oh my God, I would have been a monster out here. But the fact,
great.
but I have been in like I was in a relationship where I was about to get married, and the shit ended up not working out. And afterwards, I realized that I was like heartbroken. But as bad as I felt after that, it didn't soil me to like love and marriage and wanting that still. You get what I'm saying? It did put me in a space to be like easily be like, nah, fuck out of here to anybody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it also like I said, it didn't soil me. It didn't put me in that space where I was like, man, I just was about to get married and that shit ain't work out, man. Fuck that shit. I ain't about to do that shit again.
Why do you feel like it didn't put you in that space?
One, because like in that relationship, I started to see a future for myself. And at the time it included that person. But once I wasn't with her, it wasn't like I still didn't want that future for myself. Feel me? I just knew it was gonna be with somebody else.
What? I'm just fine.
No, but Web, you saying some real shit though. Like that's real
it's
shit.
True.
Like, I know good guys. I know good guys that they was in them little long-term relationships, and the girl did her dirty. He turned to a
murder hero.
He turned to an animal out there. I know these guys. Like these are my friends. You get what I'm saying? So
It depends
I
on the
know
situation.
what you're saying, Web.
It depends on the situation and what that guy went through, cause like we said in another show before, the expectation is for us all to meet somebody somewhere around high school, college, be married, have kids, and that may crush their dreams. Like you got cheated on, you thought you was on this path, the life that you're supposed to stay straight on, and now that path is gone.
No, factually, because I cannot
so what do you
become
do?
a single mother. Like that's not what was in my life.
Yeah. So what do you do? Do you go looking for love now, or do you say, okay, that path is over with, I'm out here, I'm for the streets? What do you say?
Some people be for the streets forever.
Some guys,
They never learn. They never learn.
Right.
Some guys that got the girls that they weren't supposed to, or that people thought they weren't supposed to have, that completely fell in love with that girl in high school and college, and she decided to go on her little whole phase, and he found out
experimental phase. Experimental.
They don't like saying the whole phase, y'all.
Once she's gone forever.
Yes. No, but when that guy out about it, and he put himself out there, like he really loved this girl, and she cheated on him. Oh, he's gone forever. He's never coming back. He can meet the greatest chick who embodies every quality of every great woman he has ever come across in life, and he's not gonna be mentally capable because he built that wall up. So there's like a wall, that got some other walls.
That's what Webb's saying.
That's the wall of I don't want to get hurt again, so I'm gonna fuck this up now.
That's why you get dudes that go through that, and then they find a woman. They find a woman that they want to settle down with, and then they're second guessing themselves because they're like, "Damn, do I really want to take this leap? Is this something I really want to do? Like, I know I feel for her, but is this something that I like? What if this happens, or what if that that happens to us as men? We get to a point that women might do it a lot more than we do, but we get to that kind of point as men, and we don't like to talk about it.
Nah, that's some real shit. That's some real.
Thank you for being transparent. What?
Well.
I'm being honest. I always be honest. Y'all just don't like my honesty sometimes.
Nah,
All right, here you go. There you go.
Don't start, yo.
We love your honesty. He want to get a praise, you know.
Should be real, yo. It's like this. That life is like, I don't know. It's like they say, it's a gift and a curse. Like Hov was saying, there's happy, there's sad, there's like ups and downs. It's a divine comedy.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yep.
It might not be too quick because there's some real shit. So so based off of what everything we've been talking about, do y'all feel like y'all have initially that y'all are narcissists, or do y'all have narcissistic characteristics? And then if y'all do think y'all are, how do that shit play out with the people that y'all interact with?
I have narcissistic tendencies sometimes, but it's because
I'm being real transparent.
Well, no,
yes,
it's true. We all have narcissistic, you know what I mean? But like, I take my intelligence, I take my I'm not just gonna say my viewpoint and my opinions. I'm passionate about the stuff that I'm interested in. I'm very passionate about the stuff I'm interested in. When I'm talking about it, I tend to get like condescending and what I don't realize being insultive, but people be like, damn, like you don't gotta, and it's like, yo, I don't mean to come off that way. Part of it is being a Virgo, but the other part of it is just I'm really confident in what huh?
Part of it is being a narcissist.
No, no. Part of it is confidence in what I know. Not really what I feel to be true, but what I know from stuff, from watching stuff, being observant, from reading, from learning.
Do you feel like what you know is more important than what somebody else?
And Lorraine, I'm mad at you because I was gonna ask everybody that question. So I'm over here thinking about it. I'm like, wait, I was gonna ask that question.
I'm sorry.
I don't think that what I know. You said, do I think that what I know is better?
Or more important than what somebody else knows?
No, never more important. Never more important. Because my goal is never to outshine the master or to outshine somebody that's never my goal. My goal is always for us all to come up together. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to put you on. If you don't know about something, I'm going to put you on. If I don't know about something, put me on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very about exchanging information so everybody grows mentally, physically, financially. You get what I'm saying? So it's never that I think it's better than something, but sometimes I think maybe people don't, because people are so focused on how things affect them that they can't see outside of themselves sometimes. And I'm a person that tries to look from outside of myself with most things. I think that disconnect comes there. Right?
Yo, you sound like the definition of a narcissist. Not about me. It's about everybody else. What I'm saying is the real shit.
It's not that what I'm saying is any more real than this.
But they ain't the real shit. My shit is the real
somebody
shit.
Is telling me
I read enough books to make my shit the real shit.
Nah, like when I'm talking to people about shit, like I like to learn. So if somebody's got some interesting information, I'm all ears. I'm silent. I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very much like that. So I'm not completely narcissistic, but yes,
I'm not completely a narcissist. You know, I got some traits, but don't have these traits. So I mean.
I'm not narcissistic in the way a lot of people are narcissistic and don't even realize they're narcissistic.
Don't forget, there's healthy
narcissism. Exactly.
Nate to the rescue, boy.
Gotta bring him back. Bring him back.
Bring him back in.
So me personally, I think I've been fortunate to like be raised by people that like instill empathy in me, even though like the worst ranks that I got was from my cousins. You get what I'm saying? Even though the worst shit I ever heard was from my cousins. My family loved me. You get what I'm saying? And I come from a family that taught like pride in not just yourself, but in the family. And I think being able to look outside of yourself initially and recognize the family and the importance of it, I think that's what plant the seeds of being able to be empathetic to people outside in the community. So even though I may have some narcissistic tendencies, for the same reasons that Webb said, like I I I, I programmed myself to have a certain understanding. You get what I'm saying? I read certain books, I watched certain shit that put me in a space to where I'm confident with my perspective. You get what I'm saying? There's certain shit that can't nobody say to me that's gonna change my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I think that I know I'm empathetic to everyone outside of myself. I mean, the level of that empathy comes with like having like more understanding about the person. But I think that's what helped me to be a little less narcissist. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Good answer. Web, Lorraine,
How about
Nate.
you, Teezy?
Oh, me. First of all, from learning about this and just doing research and stuff, I honestly feel like maybe all of us at some point in our life maybe have experienced maybe being narcissist or having some traits maybe that we didn't even know of. Because I know it was one that it was saying like when you talk about your experiences, something you've been through, when somebody else telling you about their experiences, I have done that, but I felt like it was more so me like relating to the person or trying to like share the experience and know like, yo, I kind of know what you're going through. So I was kind of like looking into that and I was like, damn, did that make me a narcissist? Like I felt like I was just trying to relate to that person, but looking at certain things that deals with narcissism, I feel like maybe that could have been a negative, but I feel like I have a lot of positive when it comes to the narcissism that Webb read off because I too deal with a lot of being the empathy side of me and like that's who I am. And sometimes I'll be like, damn, it's too much empathy, but that's who I am. Like I can't change even being in certain circumstances and stuff. I'm still gonna have that side to me. So I feel like that too helps with you not becoming a narcissist or fully blown or the disorder that's now that we just found out as a mental disorder. Like I feel like that's a big part that keeps people from, going into that part of life. So maybe I don't know. Like I said, I was reading into things and I was like, wow, but then I was like, nah, because the way that I care is not. I wouldn't consider myself a narcissist. So that's mine.
What about you, Kai?
Bill.
I told y'all earlier. I think that I can be narcissistic, but in a good way. I do. I'm extremely empathetic though, so I think that will prevent me from
Right.
becoming a bad narcissist. Um, and there's one thing when you think about it. Somebody said that to me, and I wasn't trying to outshine their story. We were talking about things that we went through as kids, and when they were done talking, I told them, and they was like, "Oh, you how you went through the same thing I went through? So you got to be the only person that went through it." Like they was like, "Oh, you're being a narcissist," and I'm like, "Huh?" I was like, "No, I really was relating to what you saying. I mean, I could see if you were in the middle of talking and I totally cut you off to tell you how I went through the exact same thing you went through. That would make me narcissistic in a bad way. But I mean, I guess it can describe some things that we really didn't realize it. So maybe I'm gonna keep my stories to myself. Let people go through their own thing that I went through at the same time." Can y'all
That
hear me?
comment right there was narcissistic. Talking about you might as well keep it to yourself. That's narcissistic.
No, but I like to point it out so they can see like I was being a narcissist when I really wasn't. But I mean, I can understand now listening to the definition over again. Like, damn, I really didn't realize that they really saw that as being a narcissist. But I don't know. But I think that I am in some ways. In a lot of ways I am. But not the bad one though. Not the kind that can't stand me.
Not the bad one though. No, 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 no.
No.
What about you, Nate?
I'm a Gemini, so I can turn it on and off. Like I know I'm not. I can't even say the word. I'm so drunk. Fuck. I gotta stop drinking this red enough.
You
You
narcissistic.
always
Narcissistic. So, like I can be narcissistic, but I'm
choose
also
not to be.
compassionate and empathetic. So, like I said, it depends on. I always say this. It depends on the situation and who the person or the who's around. Because if we not cool and you're not in my circle or I never talked to you, of course I'm not even paying you no attention because it's just how I was raised. Like you're not in my bubble. But if I allow you in my space, everything is cool. Like I'm gonna get to know you. We go talk and we go build together, right? We go try to make it. If you in my circle, we gonna be together. We gonna make it.
So how I'm curious. How do narcissism come out in you? Like, tell me some examples of you being narcissistic.
I always say this. I went to a white high school, so coming from Hartford to a white high school and not really understanding how white people live, it was a thing like, okay, I'm just gonna take advantage of this. Like it was just preying on people. Like, oh, so you smart? Yeah, you want to help me with my homework? Okay, do this. I come to school the next day, my homework could be done. So I know I was narcissistic. But there's a growing phase to that. Like you grow through these things. I know it was wrong, and I can admit it was wrong. I seen a person I used to date that used to do my homework. I seen her one day at Fun Zone, and like we had a talk, and like I had to apologize to her for some shit that I was doing in middle school because I felt it was wrong. So I know I'm growing, but I know I was very not that word I can't really say right now when I was younger. So in my household with my father, empathy wasn't really taught. It was like an army. You're gonna do this because I said do this. You got to do this because this is how life is, and you got to be strong because that's how men are, and you got to take care of yourself. So that's what got me in a lot of trouble growing up. Like I thought it was all about me until I got older, and I was like, you know what? It's not about me. I'm hurting people that love me. So snap me out of it. How about you, Ab?
What up, Ab?
Hey, Ray. Hey, y'all.
Ab with the bonnet on. What's going on?
I knew somebody was going to say something. I had to be right.
Ab with the bonnet on.
I'm tired. Listen, I think there's a really thin line between being a thin line when it comes to narcissism. Between narcissism and self-confidence, self-assurance, self-reliance. When you have a lot of knowledge about self and you're comfortable with self and you project that, it could be taken as narcissism. Mm-hmm. I don't really got too much to say about narcissism because I live around a lot of narcissistic people. And according to my kids, both of them feel like I'm a narcissistic parent. So I don't know.
Kids is gonna feel that way.
Yeah,
you supposed to control your kids' life. I mean, you are steering that ship in the right direction. So as a kid looking at you, of course, like I thought my parents was narcissistic. Like nothing I ever said I thought mattered. But as you get older, you realize the shit my father was telling me to do, all that shit came to fruition. Like I wasn't listening, and all that shit came true.
I see it more with my son. What'd you say, Ray?
No, I was about to say it's some parents that call themselves progressive. That it's not about me telling my kid what to do. They have say in what they do. It's not do as I say. No, it's not staying in child's places. No, it's speak your mind.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think this generation is being raised like that.
Speak your mind, but
I
don't
look,
use
It has a lot
it.
of pros.
I,
It has a lot of cons.
I agree.
This
I
generation
agree.
is being raised to say what you got to say. You
Look,
know,
I
I
agree. The
wouldn't be
kids
on this live
saying what
if I always said what I had to say. I'm just
I
saying.
I agree to a certain sense to let kids say what they want to say to
Yeah,
get their
me too.
emotional and their feelings out.
Me
But at the
too.
same time, we gotta be. Some people like to be friends with their kids, and some people like to be parents to their kids. Some people like to blur the
Right.
line.
Some people like to be
So
dictated to their kids.
yeah, some people like to blur the line. But if you don't have, if your child does not grow up with a healthy respect for you, where if you tell them to do something and they do it, there's a problem. Because
And
even
they don't.
in real life situations, like now, look at what's going on in our world. If we at the mall, if I'm at the mall with my kids and I see danger coming, and I tell my kid, "Bring your ass over here, let's go," and my kid's like, "No, I'm going to the carousel."
Because that's what
And
I feel
something,
like doing.
if something happened to that kid, I'm gonna feel I'm a bad parent because I ain't teach my kids the respect. So like my kids, we in the store, I say, "Get over here." They come because they know I'm something's going on to get over here, or I want you here for a reason. So, and
Yeah, and
like you said, a lot of parents ain't doing that to their kids no more. They have no respect for their parents. So,
So what
yeah.
do a
So say
narcissistic
you,
parent look like?
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure.
I mean, like I said,
I'm being really honest
Wait, what was
most
the
kids,
question?
because
most
I know
kids
the
are.
examples of narcissism around them. So for them to say that about me is just like wow. And then again, I don't know if it was a joke. You know, I don't know if it was a joke or if it was real. But you know, I can't really say. But to talk about what you're saying about the kid, like if you tell a kid not to do something and he do it anyways, I mean, y'all can judge me all you want, but I feel as though if I'm gonna cue you, I'm gonna warn you, I'm a consequence. That's number one. But in the interim, with kids that are my kids' age, 19 and 20, if they
Oh,
doing something and I tell them, listen, that's gotta stop. You gotta do you should be doing this, that, the third. And I don't say nothing without a reason. I'm not that parent. Very, very, very few times will I say something without a reason behind it. I'm gonna give you a reason so that you understand. But I'm not explaining but so much before I start wilding out. That's number
So
one, and I
saying
have a problem with that. I'm
so
not saying I
saying
don't. I do
do
have a problem with that.
so
But
saying
if you
do
go and do
something
what I
because I
told you
said
not to
so.
do,
That's narcissism.
what?
it's
They telling the kid go to bed at 8 o'clock, and the kid be like, "Why I gotta go to bed at 8 o'clock? Because I said so." That's being narcissistic.
for who? The parent or the child?
No,
The
I don't think
parent.
so. I don't think
For
so.
the parent, nah, that's
Especially
not
depending on the
narcissistic.
kid's
That's me
age.
guiding. That's you, yeah. Especially if they kids. That's me trying to guide you. I fight with my
Yeah,
son every night
that's you
about what
showing
time to go
genuine
to
concern.
bed.
Right.
I'd be like, you're
So
Yeah.
not gonna wake up in the morning. You gonna miss the bus. And you know what happened? He don't
Be
wake up in the
tired as
morning
hell.
and
Don't
he
want to
missed the
get
bus.
up. I
right.
think I'm gonna do online today. Yeah,
Oh,
because I
okay.
told
So
your
that's
ass to go to bed
Yeah.
at this time. You on the
so.
phone.
So,
So my thing
So
is, if
Teezy.
you didn't go to bed at
but
8 and you didn't get up and you missed the bus, the consequence
but
of that is you're walking to school. And I don't feel like I'm wrong for that.
I wish
I
I
don't
could
care
do
what the
that.
weather
Right.
is.
Me too.
I don't
Shit.
care what's going on. I don't care
But
because my directive was for you to get up on you to go to bed so you get up on time. And the consequence of you not going to bed on time was you was late for the bus. You know, now other people, I had this happen when we lived in North Carolina. The bus driver saw my son walking, and it wasn't that he missed the bus; it's that he kept acting up on the bus. So I
oh,
said, if you can't take the bus and behave, because taking the bus is a privilege. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
You don't have to take the bus, but you do take the bus because you live too far from the school, and that's how they get you to school. But if you don't understand that that's something that's a privilege that's given to you, and you taking it for granted by continually acting up and putting other kids at risk, then guess what? You might need to walk to school to understand what it's like to walk in rural North Carolina, where every house is like
oh, that's
10
dangerous.
miles away. The school is like 5 or 10 miles. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a bus driver picks them up. And I'm like,
So,
that wasn't the
so
point.
Teezy,
I was right there. I wasn't gonna let
That's
him
kind of
run
dangerous. I'm just gonna
feeling.
say,
Yeah,
in my situation, when my son missed the bus because we live in East Hartford, he go to school in Hartford. For our situation, I have to sit down and with him and tell him like, this is what I'm not doing because I'm bringing you to school. You're interrupting my day or your mother's day. So now
exactly.
that you home, you will have to make up the slack for this. And I make him clean up something or do something. So with the next morning, he's usually up early and bright, like, oh, I'm about to go to school. I got half hour for bus come. So that's how I
that's
But
handle
I,
it.
that's
But
that
I feel
forced
like wrong.
empathy. That's
But in
the
the interim
forced
of him
empathy
walking to
right there.
school,
yeah,
if he got chased by a dog, I don't want to feel no way. Because
yeah, because
that
you
would
missed the bus.
you can say
So
I'm wrong, but
Teezy,
I can't say
so
What's
listen.
up?
Teezy,
I'm
Listen,
just
I
go
say
ahead.
how
it is
how
what it is.
so how do negative narcissism look as a parent based off of your research?
I mean, it said that
Right?
it basically with the negative part of narcissist parents is that it can mold the child to become narcissist. It can mold them with the experiences to be negative because of the things of how their parent acted with them.
That's
And
the Henny definition. You see how she just
you
sat back into it?
all right? You know what? Let me get it right here because it's right here. Although, when we talked about the personality disorder, it said researchers think that biologically vulnerable children, parenting styles that are overprotective or neglectful may have an impact. Genetics and neurobiology also may play a role in development of narcissistic personality disorder.
So like a
So,
I agree with the overprotective.
or so like a parent focusing more on themselves than their kids and neglecting their kids, like being
I think,
self-centered and then neglecting their kids type of thing.
I feel like
Yeah,
that
and
could be a form of being a narcissist.
I absolutely agree with that too. And the things that you would look up about
Or
a
if them
narcissistic
are.
parent, and I look at myself, I'm like, where do you get that from? Like, I need some examples. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't fit the mold, baby. I don't.
Like you got Jordans, but your kids wearing
I
classic.
got AVS from Walmart.
My son don't like
Okay,
Jordan, so I can't even be on that boat.
But
He won't even wear them.
and
right.
listen,
I mean,
my
that could
son
be a
didn't
form of
either
being a
until we
narcissist
moved to the
parent,
city.
or knowing
When
Trying
that
to
you do
milk
nothing
him.
around for your kids because you don't want to, but try to play the victim and blame it on other people. That's a form of being a narcissist parent.
say again,
Or you planning to upgrade your wardrobe with the stimmy that come for the kids
Yeah,
yeah,
instead of
all the kids
upgrade the
like, where
kids'
my
I'm
wardrobe.
gonna go with the
stimmy at?
meme. I was raised in an era where I didn't know when my
Yeah, we
parents
ain't
were
know
cheating,
nothing about
We
no
ain't know
taxes.
nothing about none of that.
Facts. Facts.
and felt like I could open my mouth to my mother and say something about it.
Facts. Cause your teeth gonna be
Because
No,
my
knocked
daughter
out.
definitely asked me, can she have?
This stimmy is to help you eat.
Not to say that
This
our
stimmy is for
parenting was right in the way that our parents raised us. Not to say that everything that they did was right and that we should take everything from our parents, because it is some things that they didn't know better than and they might have did wrong because or did what they were taught and used to. So it's like you gotta pick. You gotta pick and choose. You gotta look at like, yo, and it's some things that we carry on from our parents that even you be like, damn, you're like, I don't want to be like this. Like, I don't know.
I think our parents did more right than wrong.
Like we don't want to keep putting we don't want to put the cable in our kids' name.
Right, shit
That's
like
a
that.
generational curse we got to
Facts.
break.
Yeah, I don't think we do
I
that.
mean,
I
no,
think
my
we
kids'
definitely moved
credit
on
is
for that.
my older kids. The credit's real good. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, thank you.
And
That's what I do, though.
we didn't have some things, and I never, ever, ever. I'll make up a name before I put something in their name.
I did put my kids. Both of my kids had checking and savings since they were like 4 years old, and they both had credit cards before they were 18. Not for them to have on their own, but if they wanted them, they could take them and go use them. But I just put them on my credit cards, and both of my kids' credit is better than mine.
You know,
So
hmm
that is something
older
that I
kids,
do.
their credit is
But
their
when you
credit.
start
My
questioning
girls
me
is on
about the
point.
credit card that I pay for, guess what? We're not on it anymore. That's what I'm
But
saying. This
peep
generation is
this.
totally different.
Listen. I swear, I wish I could screenshot and share the text message that my 11-year-old sent me today. She sent me a TikTok video of some older black lady saying, "Get them kids, they money, da 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 da." And then because I looked at it, and I was like, "Huh?" And then she said, "So I'm getting some of the money." I said, "Let me guess. We're going on vacation next week. Sure, I'll give you some of the money, but you can stay home with your dad while I'm in Florida." That because you just got a new bedroom set. You just got new clothes to go on vacation with on me. You just got your airline ticket paid, and you really had the audacity to fix your mouth to ask me, "Can you get some of the stimulus money?" First of all,
Yeah, you
I
see
don't
what just
understand what y'all think.
first of
What they think.
all,
well, people
I
just
think
got
though a
killed
lot of
over
them
the
YouTube
stimmy, man.
videos, them shows and the life that they see living, like the kids, I mean, it's not wrong to think that you could live that life, but they just feel entitled. Like they be watching that stuff and feeling like, yo, this how it has to
That
be.
is it.
Like,
but this is how I also had to check her. I said, and let me clarify this. Everybody's mama and daddy didn't get a stimulus because I didn't, because I make too much money. So stim me that. She was hurt. But if you understood, like I really had to look at my phone twice, and I screenshotted it and I sent it to my daughters because we got a group chat, and I was like, yo, if y'all want to check your little sister, y'all gonna find this little girl missing. She's different. I'm so tired of everybody saying, "Oh, she's so sweet." Yeah, y'all know that little. That's the beginning of the month cancer. That's that little spawn, like. And then she plays that. Oh my God, I'm so emotional because I'm so stressed out. School is hurting me so bad. I'm like, you don't even have. You could wear pajamas in a bonnet. You talk about
And
you
you don't
hurt,
even
you
care about that
stressed.
feeling.
Right, like you're just yelling at me because I didn't do my assignments. Yes, because why didn't you do your assignments? Oh,
yeah,
because you're on Roblox. Hey, yo, I don't. And then my daughter. So then, listen, this is the flip side. My 21-year-old. I gotta love her not being a parent. She
Kai
texted me
speaking for
and
my
said,
spirit right
"Mom,
now.
bro." She was like,
Okay.
"Mom, these kids are different. You gotta talk to them different. Why don't you try talking to her instead of yelling at her?" I said, B word.
Yeah. Right.
I had listen, this is the text that
Come on,
I
Deacon
sent back.
Kai.
I said, bitch, you got me all the way effed up if you think I'm gonna care about her feelings more than her grades. Her feelings at this point. Her grades better be on point. Or the only vacation she's going on is the vacation to her room with no cell phone and no nothing. And they know the mama I am. Like, you guys
Listen,
used to get
hold on.
your phones taken away for 6-8 months and be still in your phone.
Listen, we
But
need
now you
more.
gotta
We
care
need
about
more
her
group chats like this, Kai. We need more parents to be able to share their stories, to know that we're not alone.
Okay.
Listen, and I'm hurt. Like, can we bring that back? I'm hurt. I want a stimulus. Okay. Where's my emotional support stimulus? Because I've been working as a nurse throughout this entire COVID. Where's my stimulus? Okay. I need a stimulus for all the stress I've been through. I ain't getting no stimulus. I wanna floss. My locks need to be retwisted. I need new gear. Hello? Can I do something dumb with some money too? I want crab legs. And king ones at that. I don't even want the snow crabs.
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
Hey, guys, I gotta go. I gotta finish packing so I could catch this. I don't want to say because I don't want y'all to be scared of me when I come back.
Where you going?
Florida.
I'm going to next week. Are you going to the nude beach? Because I'm going.
No, I'm going to Orlando.
The nude beach is in Miami.
Because there's some family and friends down there.
Okay. If I see
But
you in Disney with some ears and one of them big turkey
definitely
legs,
not. Too much Corona there. I'm going to an Airbnb and I'm staying there.
Smart guy.
right. Peace of
But
mind.
I'll be tuned. Hit me Saturday, Teezy.
Okay, I will.
Right?
Definitely enjoy your trip too. Safe
Definitely.
Later,
travels.
man. Have fun.
I appreciate it, you guys, and y'all enjoy the rest of
Safe
the show. I'm
travels.
gonna be tuned in.
That's
Later,
right.
Ray. Safe
Hey,
travels.
Teezy,
Later.
read some comments. Read some comments.
Oh, I want to say, where's Kyla Crazy? So Ebony, I know you just now coming on. You was what? Were you tuning in?
In and out. In and out.
Have you ever been in a narcissistic relationship?
Not. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. Wait a minute. Not yet.
No, I was gonna say not a intimate relationship, but that's a lie. I was I think about. Yeah, I have been. But that's because it's a personality disorder, and if you already got mental shit going on, most likely narcissism gonna kick in. but I think your narcissism could kick in with your kids very, very easily. Because of the fact that kids seem to be like they're here to push buttons. So, when they start talking about what they don't got and who you aren't to them, and you got to remind them, when you start talking about yourself, you might be talking about yourself on a grand scale, and that's not how you
On a
trying to
godly
be,
level.
you try to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? God, a lot of times, God have nothing to do with it. once you get that real rap going, what guy said, you got a phone, you got a computer, you got sneaks. When you start doing that, it can come off as narcissism. But at the same time, sometimes you have to remind people who you are, whether it be your kids or people in the world in general. You got to remind people because sometimes they forget, and that's when they try to play you.
You must have forgot.
Who Ebony was.
That's what I said with kids though. With kids, we are supposed to guide them. So by
Right, they don't
setting
have the
rules
mental.
and guiding them, I wouldn't say that's narcissism because we're looking out for their best interest. We're not really looking out for our best interest. So
That's what you're supposed to do. That's good parenting. But a lot of times, the parent
Yeah.
looks out for their best interest with the child.
in
And that's how
in
you
their
get
mind,
parents.
most kids' mind, they're looking out for their best interest because they think the parent is wrong. Like I said, I've been there. I thought my father's wrong about a lot of stuff, and
Yup.
later
You
on,
should
it
see
hit
how
me
many times
dead in
my
the
baby roll her
ass.
eyes at me. I be like, you think what? I be like, girl, I be like, I can't wait till you come to me and say, Mama, you told me so. I'm like, cause she already be seeing some things. She had a group of friends. I kept telling her, this girl not her friend. She ain't want to listen. I'm like, all right. I keep telling you. Then a situation just occurred where she realized that girl wasn't her friend. I'm like, and it's not
Told
even to
you.
throw it in your face. I'm just like, yo, I know you gotta learn your own lessons, but mommy trying to tell you some things. Like, we done been through things, and of course, most of us as parents, we don't want our kids to go through half the shit that we've been through. Like, so we're gonna try to protect them the best way possible. And it may not always be right all the time, but if you have the best interest of your child at hand, then they're gonna be okay. Like, I can't be your friend first. Like, I gotta be your parent first. If you were capable mentally, emotionally, physically, money wise, and financially to do what you need to do without my thoughts and concerns and consent, then you would be able to do that at the ages that you are. Like, but you're not. Like,
And
I'm not
age
just
does
gonna have you out there just free balling. Like, no.
yeah, age doesn't define maturity, and that's a big example. I try to give my daughter all the time that at your age, I was doing X, Y, and Z. And I was doing that at a younger age than you. You can't with your maturity at your age can't hold nothing to me. You can't hold nothing to me at 19 that I was at 15. And that's just being real. Because like you said, mentally, physically, financially, everything. If you can't take care of yourself without having to fall back on somebody else, then you're gonna have to listen to somebody. That's just the way it
hmm
is. But I get more of that recognition of, damn, I should have listened to you more from my son than my daughter. My son, Jamar, don't do this, that, and the third, because if you do it, this, that, and the third is going to happen. Oh, no, it's not. Da, da, da. I said, Jamar, I'm just trying to tell you. I'm not going to argue with you about it, but I'm just telling you. One example, the COVID. So he worked at Applebee's. So when they went back down to closing at 9, I told him, I said, well, get prepared. Your hours are probably going to be cut. No, I'm straight. I'm good. I said, Jamar, They went back to closing at 9 o'clock. That means there's gonna be less customers. There's gonna be less
Mr.
people, that they can give hours to. Yada yada yada. All of a sudden, his hours started looking real.
Tyler,
bleak.
put your phone on mute.
He was like, oh, dang, I guess he was right. Like, and then that's
Yep.
something really simple. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, if I can tell you what's gonna happen with something simple, obviously I can tell you what's gonna happen with stuff more complex. And it's for your good. And ultimately it's for my good, because when you can't handle the consequence of the situation, guess who has to?
You.
Your parent.
If you can't handle it, I gotta come behind you and pick up the pieces. So ultimately, I just be trying to avoid having to come pick up the pieces. Cause sometimes I don't feel like bending. Sometimes I be tired. Sometimes, like, I just don't want to do it.
My back hurt too.
Yeah, exactly. The weight of the world is on me. And sometimes I don't feel like you just adding something else on. Like, I don't want to do it. So just listen to what I told you. Plain and simple.
That's how it's supposed to go too. I always tell my kids, I be like, hey, I said it. There's nothing in the world that's new. It's just a cycle. We all go through it. And I could guide you the way my father tried to guide me, but it's up to you to take the information and use it. Like, we're going to school in the morning every day. I try to set him up with a routine so he know you got to do X, Y, and Z instead of jumping up and like, oh, my bus is about to come and throwing on some pants, grabbing his laptop and running out the door. I'm like, whoa, you got to wake up early and wash your face and brush your teeth. Like, come on. If you put your stuff out early in the morning, you got time. You can get up. Yeah, but kids don't understand that.
He go to the school and be like, man, I barely made the bus. I ain't washing my face, brushing my teeth, nothing. Everybody like, man, me neither. It's a different time. I'm telling you, it's a different time. These kids, this generation, is it X? Is that it? X? Our kids X? I don't know, but
millennial. I don't know what they are.
They feel like they on the same level as us. They feel like they get the same entitlements. And I get, like, I don't know, like I said, we talked about this before, like, kids do have a right to speak their piece, but it's like, yo, to an extent, and it's how you do it. And then it's like, why you feel like you get to do the same thing as me? Like, why you feel like you think you could cuss? Like, why you feel like you think that's okay? Or why you feel like, yo, you know what I had to do to get where I'm at? Like, you just feel like, oh, you just here, like, oh, I can do this. I can do what I do. I can have, like.
You still ain't there. You still ain't there. Because if your mother was on this live right now, if you cuss, you would be apologizing to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still ain't there the way these kids think they are. Like, they crazy.
For real. She be like, why I can't say that word? That's not a cuss word. I'd be like, yeah, like, why you feel like say that shit in front of me? Why you feel like that? Even like with the dances. I'm like, listen, okay, I know you a teenager. I'm pretty sure you be dancing with your little friends and stuff. I said, but, and you in front of my presence, why you don't have no fear to be like, nah, let me respect my mom and not like dance certain, like, not saying it's like out of order, but yo, if you listen to a song like it's out of order. So why you gonna do that right? You better go in your room and bust it. Like, no, like, don't. I don't know. It's just like they feel like they just on the same. I be like, why? I ask my daughter that, like, why do you feel like you on the same level? Like, what makes you feel like that? Like, what makes you feel like you could just be Teezy? Like,
I wonder if it's a level of narcissism with them.
Like I said, it's in all kids. You got to get that empathy in them. If you let them keep going that route, that's exactly what happens. They get that, I'm bad, I know what to do, da-da-da-da.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There must be a level of narcissism in the kids, for them to act like that, because it seems like they all took the same shit. Like,
it's their generation.
we
affected them all the same way.
They like, took the oath that they don't give a fuck what their parents say, man. We gonna say what we want. We gonna do what we want. That's what they did.
I would say something on the show, but I know it's recorded. I don't want no cases, so I'm not gonna say it. But yeah,
that's the last thing I'm worried about. It is what it is. Listen, I don't even want to go there with no stories. But yeah, I always tell my kids, I've lived in this life without you, but you've never lived in this life without me. So that right there should be enough. Because I can make it. I've made it without you. Long as you've been here, you ain't never been without me. And if you without me for too long, you're gonna be calling my phone. So
I get a phone call.
I be can't see you can't do it yourself because you can't live without me. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. I want you to be like that. You're a kid, but if you're a kid, you need to act accordingly. Some things come with being a kid. You are young adults. You are young adults. You are growing. You are gonna, start doing different things. But sometimes they just get beside themselves. But I really, now that we're talking about it, I really feel like there is a level of narcissism with these kids. Especially because they feel like they on our level or they're equal to us. Or if you can do it, why can't I?
Exactly equal to us. And it's not about control.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's not about control. It's just like, like I said again, like Nate said, if you was able to think like that and think how you supposed to 100% and be able to handle yourself, then okay. But you have to have some type of guidance. Like, you have to have some type of guidance.
No, I feel like responsibilities break narcissism because you give them something to focus on and it's their responsibility. So they're not focused on themselves anymore, but they're focused on the task at hand.
Exactly.
So that's why I try to give my kids chores or make them do stuff to know this is what you have to do. Like my littlest one takes out the garbage, my biggest one does laundry and dishes. So and if it's not done, I spaz out. I spaz out where I be talking about. Right? My youngest is 7, he'll be 8 next month, and the oldest one is 12.
Yeah, those are good ages. Because once they start getting older, it's gonna be, well, I did this and this, and she didn't do that. Or I did this because that's what I found. When they were younger, all that stuff wasn't a big deal. But once they got older, it was just like, my son's favorite line now is, "Do you know where your daughter at? Can you call your daughter? Can you ask your daughter?" That's his favorite line. Where your daughter? Why you ask your daughter to do something? So I don't know. Maybe it's just my kids.
But as long as they got something to focus on, even like some people say sports, just they need something to focus on so that way they don't think everything is about them. They need something to see that there's more out there. That's the way I see it, at least.
Sports are very, very important.
Yeah, I get that.
That can also lead to a level of narcissism too.
In sports, because that's what the world is built off of. But like I said, as long as the focus ain't on them, they should be all right. They're learning empathy somehow. They got to learn like responsibility and empathy somehow. Because without responsibility, that's where you get these mass murderers, like all these crazy white men shooting people. That's a form of narcissism. I can't even say the word. That's a form of that.
Narcissism.
Like, yeah, I'm feeling good. So, but
where did the empathy come in?
In a what?
In the conversation, I heard y'all talk about the thing? Where did it come in the conversation?
Because that's a part of being a narcissist, not having empathy for others,
lack of empathy
for people. It's lack of it when you're a narcissist. It doesn't bother you. You don't care about other people's feelings, and so we are saying that a lot of times where we feel like separates you from being a narcissist or even continuing to practice those traces when you have that empathetic side, because that is very important. That shows that you're not just about self.
Yeah, but I don't know, because to say that I have empathy means that I understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will we agree on that?
Or you feel what they feel.
I think it's more like about understanding.
They say kids that kill pets and shoot birds and squirrels, a lot of them turn out to be narcissistic because they don't care about
serial killers.
Yeah, they don't really care about the animal's feelings or how the animal feel or life or death consequences.
And the definition of empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others.
See?
Another.
Well, that's what I said. Understand how you feel.
Yeah, both said it. And it said to feel.
And I know a lot of people from the hood that used to kick their dog all the time. I ain't gonna put no names out there though.
But if you telling me how you feel, and I'm saying I hear you, and I really hear you, but I don't understand. I hear you, and I understand what you're trying to express. But for me personally, I don't understand. I don't understand. I can't really empathize because I don't understand. Does that make me narcissistic?
Depends on the situation. What don't you understand?
How is it that if you expressing it to me, how can I care about something? I'm saying I care about you and I care about what you're saying, but I don't understand it. I care about what you're saying, but I don't understand
I don't think that makes you a narcissist
No, that
because
doesn't
you
make it
care.
awesome.
A narcissist, if you don't care at all, like you really like, it's a difference between you not understanding and you not caring about what that person is going through or saying to you. So no, that doesn't make you a narcissist.
I think the lines could be blurred and somebody could misinterpret it. Somebody can misinterpret it as, you know what I'm saying, like you don't care, or like you don't care enough about it. I'm listening to you. I'm trying to understand. But with the description that you're giving me, with what you're telling me you're going through, I don't understand.
It's like me being like, it's like somebody say they in the hospital and they on their deathbed and you like, I would come see you, but I gotta go eat these crab labs right now. I'm gonna call you back in a minute. Yeah, you'd be like, all right, you might be a narcissist.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just not. It's, like, have you ever seen the movie The Good Son? It's about these two little white boys, brothers. One of the brothers was a narcissist. He was crazy, and the other one was like always like, "Let me help you," and he was trying to help his brother. His brother was trying to kill him.
It's Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. That's his name.
Yep, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
We'll have to look it up. Who was the killer?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it.
Like the stuff he was doing though was like the meanest stuff ever. Like you just be like, why are you doing this? Like, and it's because he was a narcissist. Like he had no empathy for his brother at all. He had no empathy for anything at all. Like he didn't care. He just knew long as he fake nice in front of his parents, that his parents would be like, oh, okay, just go sit down and it'll be all right. Meanwhile, his brother bleeding.
And he over there happy as hell.
The sad thing about narcissism is, like, it comes in so many different forms. There's so many different types of relationships, you know? And like I said, if you are confident, self-aware, you know, whatever, people can perceive that as narcissism. And I don't know why, but it is what it is. Like, you know, we just said, sports. If you're good at a sport and you know you're good at it, I mean, it's evident that you're good at it. Everybody else see you're good at it. And you know, if you just happen to say, you know, I'm a very good, you know, track star. You know what I'm saying? There hasn't been anybody who beat you. You know, Usain Bolt could say, I'm a good track star. You know, just because he admits something about himself that's a fact and can be proven, he's a narcissist?
No, he wouldn't be a narcissist because of how he conducts himself around other people. Like Usain Bolt, he talks to the staff. He's one of the only people during the Olympics that actually talk to the people around him that's working the Olympics. He's always giving high fives, and you know, he asks somebody to hold his glasses and say thank you. I mean, if he was like maybe
in this society, you can only say it but so much.
True, like, I would say.
Oh my God, he keeps saying it.
I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think Usain Bolt. I mean, somebody that probably is borderline would be like Floyd Mayweather. I think he's borderline because if you let him tell it, he's the greatest in the world and nobody can beat him. In the world, like.
I don't know about it like now, but you know, say the day that he won a world championship before, right?
Who? Let's say who? Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 50-0, undefeated.
That's all I'm saying. I feel like he have the right to say that, and however many times he says it, or however he says it, like I don't feel no way about it. That's just me. I don't feel no way about it because I can't dispute it. You understand what I'm saying? I can't dispute the fact that he's 50-0. I can't dispute the fact that he's great. I can't.
It's not for you to dispute though. it's
But what I'm
Floyd
saying is,
Floyd
if
Mayweather
he
and his
now,
actions.
even what's his face, the Patriot boy,
Brady.
Tom
you
Brady.
know what I'm talking. Yeah, even him. Like people gloat about him. He might not gloat about himself, but people gloat about him. So when people gloat about him, they only allowed to gloat but so much before other people be like, all right, he ain't that good. He ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Well, who got more rings than him? I don't know nobody.
Joe Montana.
You know
I'm
what I'm
just going.
saying?
He tied with Joe Montana. I just know that because that's my team, the 49ers. But anyway, see, I wouldn't
You like
put
Joe?
Tom
I used
Brady.
to have,
Tom,
I used to have a poster of Joe
look,
Montana on my wall.
this is how I can tell you
No, but
Tom Brady's not a narcissist. Because when he won the championship and he got the trophy, he didn't take the trophy home and put it on a shelf and be like, "Oh, I got another trophy. I'm the greatest one out there." He took it on a boat ride with him and threw it to another teammate. Like this is
But I'm just
small.
saying,
Like it's something small.
why can't people celebrate themselves
You
more than
can.
once without being narcissistic?
It's not celebrating yourself. It's not that part that makes you narcissistic. It's the
Right.
part
That's
of
not what
it's the
makes you
No, I'm
empathy
not saying
part.
you might. No, I'm
It's
not
the
saying
part
you
where
are.
you
I'm saying other people will make you out to be that.
other
Other
people
people
can
will make you out to be that.
probably say you are,
But that's a
but
reflection of your insecurity.
exactly.
right.
There you
That's what
go.
I said earlier.
Where you been, Web? You got me
For
out
me,
here
I
by
would go get some
myself.
soda. I would go get some soda. I'm listening.
All right, I'll be right back.
But it's true. It's that's a reflection because I've dealt with that at times, and I watched other people deal with that. Like I was watching Kevin. I know a lot of people be having their issue with Kevin Samuels, but he don't be
I like
wrong. You say you like him, Ed?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because he speak the truth, and people don't like. He was talking the other day. He was like, "Yo, if you ever notice when somebody who's confident about themselves, he was the one that like you see how earlier we was talking about women liking narcissistic traits and not realizing it and going at they're not just women, but we were speaking about women doing that. And he was talking about that. He was saying how people narcissism it can be a bad thing, but it's also not a bad thing if it's confidence. People are gonna look at you bad, people are gonna try to bring you down. But he's like, you ever notice the only people that do that are people who are below that level. It's never people that are above you that are coming to you saying, "Oh, don't talk that way or don't be like that." They're the ones usually cheering you on because they like to see that rise from not a narcissistic person, but from somebody that's confident and on their way to being successful. Because it takes a bit of narcissism to reach that level of
Yeah.
I'm confident in what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, regardless of what you say. You're trying to change my mind about it. I know what I'm saying is correct. There's a good thing to it. There's a good Kevin Samuels was speaking on that. He's gotten told about being narcissistic, and he's like, but it's never stopped him, and that it shouldn't stop people from doing what they're doing. If you're confident and you know that you're not wrong, it don't mean you got to feel better than other people. But if you are more confident and you do know what you're talking about, by all means, be confident. Be very, very
I
confident.
guess the narcissism will come into play when you using that to put others down, because I've seen that happen. I've seen somebody be in an argument with somebody and try to convince them why they're wrong. They said they're not wrong, and they said the reasons why they're not wrong. Ultimately, the narcissistic person continue to argue with them until they change their mind.
They will start
Totally
insulting. You know the person not because of that, but the person narcissistic.
Wait, not only did the narcissistic person make the other person change their mind, told them you should change your mind. You should apologize to me and thank me.
Yeah, that's gaslighting.
The narcissistic person is also doing something
Hold on,
wrong to the other person.
I'm not done with my show.
That's gaslighting right there.
Did you follow that?
That is super gaslighting. That's
like That's like me telling you the sky is purple and we both looking at the sky and we both see that it's not. Like it's a gray stormy day.
Exactly.
And you like, nah, it's purple. And I'm like, nah, it's gray. And then you like, well, look, you ugly and your shoes is this and that. Da, da, da. And now I'm feeling bad. I'm like, maybe it is. Maybe it is gray. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a narcissist.
Right.
The
So
fact that
you not believe in the it's how you say and go about things, even if you're speaking the truth.
Shantae, you frozen.
I am.
Oh no, you good.
You heard
Like,
what I
you
said?
talking, but you look like a
You can't hear me?
movie. I can hear you.
Oh. So now I was saying to Webb, because do you not believe in that it's a way of how you go about and say things, even if you are correct about something?
Personally, no. I mean,
Webb.
you can try to, but if someone doesn't, if the message isn't going to reach them any kind of way you say it, sometimes you just got to say it how it is. You could try to say stuff in a nice way, but a lot of times it's like you end up not coddling,
Not
but
effective.
it's not effective. Yeah, that's the right way to put it. It's not coddling. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I want to go use, but yeah, it's not very effective at all.
I don't know, but I know what you're saying.
the question is, do
When you don't tell
narcissistic people
facts,
believe they narcissists?
You know what I'm saying? When you sometimes
That's the
most of
question.
time,
How do you?
Hell no.
Why do
don't.
narcissistic
It takes
people
a lot.
recognize narcissism?
That is the question. A lot of them don't.
A lot of them don't. You got to be honest with yourself. Like I said, you got to be honest with yourself about why it is you're doing what you're doing, and that's a big step for people to not. That people don't necessarily take because as a culture, we're guided towards doing certain things a certain type of way, so you don't look a certain type of way.
We're guided towards narcissism.
We're guided towards narcissism, yeah, in a sense. And
I have some water. I can say the word now.
trying to cover it up so you don't look bad, so you're not judged. When being honest about it gets rid of judgment in the first place.
Kyla, you're on mute.
Oh,
she at work.
I'm all over the place, baby.
Shout out Wave. Wave was my boy Wave. I was talking about Wave the other day.
Listen,
I was saying, yeah, it's best to be honest about shit because then it can't be used against you.
I wanted to ask you guys.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Kyla.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so what I was saying is, have you guys come across your kids' friends and you literally know that they're little ass narcissists? Like, are you serious? Like that's your friend? Because I've come across some and I'm like, oh wow. And you're like 13. At the time they were like 13. And another one was like that I came across that Amir brought home. I told him he couldn't play with that little boy no more because he was the good son narcissist. Like, I'm serious. He had like him and Amir was like setting fires trying to catch squirrels and put firecrackers on them. I'm like, no. He can't.
No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one right there. No.
And it was scary because I never met a kid that like lacks complete. He had zero empathy. Like I would feel bad catching a mouse and accepting on a mouse, even though I don't want a mouse in my house. But if I catch it, I'm not gonna step on it. Like no, I'm just gonna take the mouse out the house. He the type that would catch the mouse and torture it. Like he would take the mouse off
That's a narcissist.
and watch it burn. And he was at the time he was like Amir was 13, so he had to be because he was a little bit older than Amir, so he was about like 14, 15, something like that. No, this is when we still lived in Connecticut, matter of fact. So Amir was in the 8th grade, so Amir was 13 at the time, going on 14. And that's when he brought that little boy home. And I was like, there's really kids like the good son. And I was even more shocked because I expected, I expected it to be a melanin deficient child, and you was brown. Like you had all the melanin, and that's what you're doing. So I'm actually curious to see. I'm gonna ask Amir when I go home. I'm gonna text him when the show's over. Like, hey, you ever talk to such and such? What's he going with life? Because I'm thinking the little boy probably went on a killing spree or something because like that type of kid. So I want to see. And then the girls, one of Mariah's friends, she was Jesus. She was what's that movie with what is it? Is that Lindsay Lohan? Or is it Mean Girls? Remember the narcissistic, huh?
I said that.
Yep.
I like that movie.
Right. So remember the mean ass cheerleader and everybody like Araya had a friend like that, and Araya really loved that girl. And I was like, yo, girl, she can't come over because I'm a slacker and I don't want to get arrested for hitting nobody else's child. Because she was really like, y'all gonna do what I say, and if we all wear yellow tomorrow, we all gotta wear yellow. Like, I'm not gonna wear yellow by myself. All of y'all gotta wear yellow. And they all would be dumb as hell, like, la la la, look at my little yellow shirt.
Yellow day, yellow day.
What?
Or because she said so.
Right. And I was appalled because I'm like,
a lot of girls.
My daughter's really following this girl, and really? But you have to live and you have to like let them figure it out. But after a while, I was like, look, if you bring that little girl over the house again, I'm gonna embarrass you. Because I'm gonna cuss out and I'm gonna smack her. So Raya ain't never bring her to the house no more. Because she really was like that. I think that's the greatest example for the little kid narcissist that I could think of that I encountered in raising my kids. What about you, Shy? You see any of that with your daughter's friends or Web, your baby's still little. Nate.
Yeah,
we
of
don't
course
play
I
that.
see stuff with my daughter friends, and I be telling her all the time, like, them not your friends, yo. Like I'm like, the stuff you do for them? I'm like, do they do that? I'm like, show me, tell me how. Like I be trying to tell her, she don't want to listen, though, and I be like, all right, you gonna see. But then she be like, oh, I can't go to my friend's house. I don't only go to people's house I grew up around. I said, yeah, because that's your circle. I said, I don't know their parents like that. You're not about to go over there, and I don't like the stuff that they be doing. I don't care what you talking about. Like, you're not doing it. I'm not about to let you chill with her. If I know you got, even if you got a close friend, and I know certain things, like, okay, nope, you would never go to the mall with her by yourself because I know how she get down. You're not going. Like, it's just, no. Like, they just don't, I don't know. And I feel like it'd be narcissist. Like, if my daughter, she wants something, if she wants something, it'd be all good. She cleaning up without me telling her, mommy, I love you text. I know you want something. That is being a narcissist.
She playing the game. She playing the game.
Narcissist child. Mom, you should let me. How's your day going? She done already got the bag packed, everything in her book bag. Oh, I already got my clothes packed.
You didn't even ask permission. Wait a minute.
But that's the standard. That's the standard you set for your kids. So you already like no. So already know that line won't be crossed. Like, nah, I gotta meet the parents. I do the same thing with Kim. I gotta meet the parents, and if I don't like the parents, I'm like, oh hell nah. Bring your ass home. So
there was one little boy that Amir was friends with. I grew up with
behavior
his parents.
to be recognized in kids young.
No, but listen, I grew up with both the parents, and I was like, no, I didn't even have to meet the little boy. I said, no, you can't chill with him. His parents is both fuckers. It's not happening. And I wasn't saying it on no narcissistic, we better than them. Like, I know how they was brought up, how they still act in public. They could be at the mall and they're indignant.
I know that too.
No, you're not going over his house to hang because you're gonna got a fight in the middle of you being there.
Yeah.
So I know.
Yeah,
I know. I don't think kids
that basically I want to let my kids hang with their kids.
Yep.
And no, I'm not saying I'm better, but I'm sure better than some situations. Oh well. And I ain't
You
gonna
ain't
put kids
missing
in
out
those
on nothing
situations.
like you think you are. But I don't know if as much as if kids should be at fault for like even they don't. I don't even think they understand that and what narcissism is, and I feel like but adults should be held more responsible for being a narcissist than a child. To an extent.
Yeah, I agree, but they're kids who are very narcissistic. I'm talking little kids, like 5, 6 years old, and forceful with it, because I know of one. You know, like this little girl will be like, you know, that whole if you don't do it, I'm not gonna be your friend thing. You know what I'm saying? That's early. You know, that's that
And
early that you need to nip it in the bud. Yeah, but what if you ain't teaching your kid that? What if you ain't teaching your kid that? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't teaching your kid like that's not okay, that's not acceptable. Your kid gonna be like, okay, I'll give you all my toys. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I think
There's
like
plenty of kids like that in school too when they that little.
yeah, you have to teach your kids. You have to teach your kids. You have to teach them like narcissism. Kids are gonna have narcissism because they don't know what the world is yet. They think everything is
Right.
truly about them because they're being taken care of. I need food, you get me food. I need this, you get me this. But you gotta teach them like don't let people use you. Like you gotta
Right.
teach them, like I said, responsibilities. Like if you give your son a toy when he was little, you was like, you better bring that toy home. Or you're not getting another toy. That's the consequence. Or if they lose that toy, what happened? You don't buy him another toy. You just be like, oh well. He learns the lesson.
Yeah,
Those are the
but
only
that's
ways I see shaking it.
that's what happens. That kid be mad because you bought your kid that toy and always trying to take it.
So narcissism, I got an
Just let me
example
see it
that's
for
been in
5
the
minutes. I
news
give it right back.
and run off with it. Yeah. So the example of this that was in the news, which is narcissism slash racism, is the little black boy that went to the white kid's house to spend the night, and they had the little black boy drinking pee and beating on him and all that other crazy shit. And none of them kids. It happened in Texas. None of them kids really got in trouble. They just had a talking to with the parents. That causes
Yeah.
narcissistic. That causes narcissistic behaviors. A talking to.
Let me shut up. I'm just gonna be quiet.
What?
I'm gonna go real
Yeah.
quick.
You ain't heard about that, Dante?
I didn't hear
Now
about that.
see, as a parent,
That's been like a couple months now.
it's been like I think 2 months now.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been watching the news as much.
As a parent, I'd have probably went to jail because I would have had to beat their kids. Like, because the little boy went to the hospital. I think he had bruised ribs.
And the parents.
They was telling the kid to kill himself, and they was trying to make him. Well, they was making him drink pee. I would have went to jail.
With a smile on my
Remember
face.
the case about the girl?
Like what?
The other one killed herself. Was it a girl or a boy? That
The girl,
assisted in the suicide.
the girl. Yep, the girl. I remember that too.
Yeah, it was a girl, right?
Yep.
Now, how you feel about that? You think she should have been got in trouble for that?
Oh, when a boy killed himself.
Nah, it was a girl that killed herself. Yeah, she should have got in trouble for that. That's assisted suicide to me.
I don't know.
Like if you teasing somebody to death to the point.
The boy wanted to die though.
I'm about to say it was a boy that died, but the girl was like helping him, like
he didn't kill him.
telling him.
Oh.
Yeah.
But she was coaching him on negatively.
Yeah, like she was like telling him like he should do it.
He wanted to die, and and I mean, like I don't know. I'm real conflicted on that one.
I think like if she was egging him on, like go ahead, do it. If she didn't tell nobody, the thing is, she could be narcissistic because she wasn't trying to get him help. She just wanted to see him die. If somebody came to me and said they wanted to die, you're supposed to call somebody to help that person out. That's empathy. You're not supposed to egg him on to do it. Oh, go to the bridge then.
She definitely was telling his behind to go do it.
So she need therapy. And then knowing that she coached him to do it, and she don't feel any remorse or empathy in that,
That sounds like some narcissistic behavior.
as a person next door, would you let your kids hang with her now?
Nah. Nah.
Would you say, yeah, you can spend the night at her house. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Would you let your son date her?
Honestly, at this age, when my kids are 19 to 20, I feel like I've instilled enough in them that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna, if they made their own decision, I feel like they'd be strong enough to handle it. You know, when it came to somebody like her. That's just me, okay? You so judgmental.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, you know, I don't know. I feel like I've been still.
But if you knew your son was messing with her,
I'm trying to lessen the conflict. Well, he has messed with a girl that I was just like, she got borderline personality. And I was just like, Jamal, no. You know, you don't even know for her because this, that, and the third is going on. She's this type of, no, listen. She's
now I get it.
That type of person. She done showed you this, she done showed you that. She's doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I told him what I had to say, but I wasn't forceful. He still talked to her. What can I do? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna continue to say what I gotta say. Because, you know, with kids, it's a reprogramming thing. You got to reprogram them every day.
Yeah.
Every day you got to reprogram them. So I'm going to continue to say what I got to say. But ultimately, he made and making the decision to still talk to her. So
is he talking to her to get her help?
You know,
or is he talking to her?
He knew it.
I'm just saying.
She's supposed to have gotten help. Or is getting help. Or is getting help. Supposedly. I don't want to talk to her. That's what I know. We ain't start off with her.
I mean, as a parent, you wouldn't want your children around anything that you feel are going to harm them or is going to be like a downfall on them. So, I mean, like you said, though, if he knows that and you trained him well and he can handle it, like if he can handle it, why not? But at some point, you know, you should have a conversation with him to make sure his mind is still stable in that fact of helping her and not just being dragged down with her.
Right.
Because that's how a lot of people end up on drugs and
absolutely
meth and suicide and alcoholics. And now he felt he couldn't help her because she done did something stupid and now he drinking a lot. So.
Negative scenarios.
And like you said, the weight will be on your back. Anyway.
This was a good show. As always. This was like deep because I feel like we got a little bit more into narcissism than what we thought it was about.
White males take the belt.
What'd you say, Web?
I was saying that there's a lot that we didn't even touch on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know, but we still touched on a lot. I feel like more than the surface things that I knew that I didn't know that I looked at and stuff like that. So for me, it was more than what I thought it meant. But we still had a good show. Thank you guys for tuning in. I forgot. Oh no, I'm gonna have to put it up tomorrow. So y'all see it tomorrow. I'm not gonna talk about it. But I want everybody to enjoy their night. Thank you guys for tuning in to Talk with Teezy, Venus versus Mars. I hope you guys have a good night. I'm a little bit
good night.
Everybody have a good night. And we will be back next Thursday with another one, of course. Thank you guys to my guests. Of course, my co-host, Web.
Good night, y'all.
Being in the building. Have a good night.
Later, y'all.
Later.
I'm mad I ain't got no cup.
All right, good night.